Hello and welcome to Sports Slumber. Before we begin our journey tonight, take a moment to settle into the space you have chosen for rest. Allow your body to find its most comfortable position. Adjust the pillows beneath your head until they support you perfectly. Pull the blanket up to your shoulders, feeling its weight settle over you like a warm, protective embrace. Let your eyes close softly. There is nothing else you need to do right now. There is nowhere else you need to be. The day is behind you, with all its tasks and noise, and now there is only this quiet moment, this gentle space, and the sound of my voice guiding you toward a deep and peaceful sleep. Tonight, we are going to travel to a place of warmth and resilience. We are going to follow a story that begins in the sun-drenched streets of Athens and rises to the heights of greatness, but we will move slowly, taking our time to notice the small, quiet details along the way. We will walk in the footsteps of a young boy named Giannis, discovering the world as he saw it, not with haste or urgency, but with the patient rhythm of a long, calm night. So take a deep breath in, filling your lungs with cool, fresh air, and let it out slowly, releasing any tension you might be holding in your shoulders, your jaw, your hands. Let yourself drift. Let yourself float. Imagine that you are standing in a quiet, dimly lit room. It is a library of sorts, but it is more comfortable than any library you have ever known. The walls are lined with shelves made of dark, rich wood that smells of cedar and old paper. The floor is covered in a thick, soft rug that cushions your steps, making your movements completely silent. In the center of the room, there is a large, comfortable armchair upholstered in velvet the color of the midnight sky. Beside the chair stands a small round table, and upon it, a single candle burns with a steady, golden flame. The light from the candle creates a soft, warm circle of illumination, keeping the shadows at bay in the most gentle way. You walk over to the chair and sit down, sinking into the softness. The velvet feels cool and smooth against your skin. You watch the candle flame flicker slightly, dancing in an unseen draft, casting long, wavering shadows that sway on the walls like slow-moving trees in a gentle wind. Beside the candle there is a book. It is a large book, bound in worn leather that has been smoothed by the touch of many hands over many years. You reach out and run your fingers over the cover. It feels warm and solid. You open the book, and as you turn the heavy parchment pages, the room around you begins to fade. The scent of cedar and old paper is replaced by the scent of sea salt, warm dust, and blooming jasmine. The silence of the library is replaced by the distant, rhythmic chirping of crickets and the soft murmur of a city settling down for the night. You are no longer in the library. You are standing on a quiet street in Sepolia, a neighborhood in Athens, Greece. It is evening. The sun has just dipped below the horizon, leaving the sky painted in deep shades of indigo and violet. The air is warm, retaining the heat of the day, but a gentle breeze is blowing in from the sea, carrying with it a refreshing coolness that brushes against your cheeks. The street is narrow and lined with apartment buildings that rise up on either side like silent guardians. The buildings are simple, their concrete facades painted in shades of cream, ochre, and pale terracotta, colors that look soft and muted in the fading light. You begin to walk down the street. The pavement beneath your feet is uneven, worn smooth by decades of footsteps, but it feels solid and grounding. You can feel the texture of the ground through your shoes, a comforting connection to the earth. Above you, streetlights are beginning to flicker on, casting pools of amber light onto the sidewalks. The light reflects off the windows of the apartments, and here and there you can see the glow of a television screen or the warm yellow light of a kitchen lamp, hinting at the lives unfolding quietly within. Everything here feels slow. The city of Athens is vast and ancient, a sprawling metropolis of history and noise, but here in this neighborhood at this hour, the world has slowed down. There is a sense of community, a feeling of closeness. You pass a small balcony where a row of potted geraniums blooms in bright red and pink, their petals dark in the twilight. You can smell the damp earth from the pots, a rich and fertile scent that mingles with the aroma of roasting meat and oregano drifting from a nearby tavern. As you continue to walk, you notice the details of this world. You see a cat sitting on a low wall, its fur the color of smoke. It watches you pass with heavy-lidded eyes, calm and undisturbed, before tucking its head into its paws to sleep. You see a pair of old shoes hanging over a telephone wire, silhouetted against the darkening sky, swaying gently in the breeze. You hear the sound of a scooter in the distance, a faint hum that grows louder for a moment and then fades away, leaving the silence deeper than before. You turn a corner and the street opens up slightly. Ahead of you there is a small park, a patch of green in the midst of the concrete. The trees here are old, their trunks thick and gnarled, their branches spreading wide to offer shade. The leaves rustle softly in the wind, creating a soothing whispering sound that seems to say, "Rest, rest, rest." You walk into the park, the ground changing from pavement to packed earth and gravel. The air here is cooler, smelling of pine needles and dry grass. In the center of this quiet space there is a basketball court. It is not a grand arena. It is a humble outdoor court, its surface made of gray concrete that has been baked by the sun and washed by the rain. The painted lines that mark the boundaries and the key are faded, their white edges blurred and worn away in places. The backboards are made of simple wood, weather-beaten and gray, and the rims are rusted metal, standing stark against the sky. There are no nets on the hoops, just the bare orange rings waiting in the silence. You walk to the edge of the court and stop. You can feel the history here. You can feel the energy of the thousands of games that have been played on this surface, the echoes of laughter and shouts, the squeak of sneakers, the rhythmic thud of the ball. But tonight, the court is empty. It is a peaceful, open space, bathed in the soft glow of a nearby streetlight. You sit down on a low concrete bench at the sideline. The stone is still warm from the afternoon sun, radiating a gentle heat that seeps into your body, relaxing your muscles. Close your eyes for a moment and listen. Can you hear it? In the silence of your imagination, a sound begins to emerge. It is a steady, rhythmic sound. Thump, 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 the sound of a basketball hitting the concrete. It is a heartbeat. It is a drum. It is a lullaby. The sound is slow and deliberate. Thump, wait, thump, wait, thump. It is the sound of practice, the sound of dedication. Open your eyes. On the court in the dim amber light, you see a figure. It is a boy. He is young, perhaps 13 or 14 years old, but he is already tall, remarkably tall. His limbs are long and thin, like the branches of a young willow tree. He moves with a kind of disjointed grace, his body growing faster than he can quite keep up with, yet there is a fluidity to his motion that hints at what is to come. He is wearing a simple jersey, loose and oversized, hanging off his slender frame. His shorts are long, reaching past his knees. On his feet are a pair of sneakers that look worn, the treads smoothed down, but he has laced them up tight. This is Giannis. He is alone on the court for the moment, though he is rarely ever truly alone. He stands at the top of the key, holding the ball in his large hands. His fingers spread wide, wrapping around the pebbled leather surface. He looks at the rim. He bends his knees, a slow, deep compression like a coiled spring. He lifts the ball, his elbows tucking in, his wrist cocking back. He releases it. The ball arcs through the air, a dark sphere against the indigo sky. It rotates silently, spinning backwards. It hits the rim with a metallic asterisk clank and bounces away. He does not sigh. He does not drop his head. He simply moves. He takes 2 long strides, his legs eating up the distance, and retrieves the ball. He dribbles it once, twice, feeling the resistance of the concrete, and moves back to the same spot. He sets his feet. He bends his knees. He shoots. This time the ball sails through the center of the hoop, avoiding the rim entirely. Without a net to slow it down or make that satisfying asterisk swish, it simply passes through, ghostly and silent, and bounces on the ground. Thump. You watch him repeat this ritual. It is hypnotic. The repetition is soothing. Dribble, set, shoot, retrieve. Dribble, set, shoot, retrieve. There is no urgency in his movements, only a quiet determination. He is building something. He is laying a foundation, brick by brick, shot by shot. The world around him is asleep, but he is here, working in the quiet sanctuary of the night. As you watch, another figure steps onto the court. It is his brother Thanasis. He is slightly older, slightly stronger in his build, but they share the same way of moving, the same elasticity. He does not say a word. He simply walks under the basket and catches the ball after Giannis shoots. He passes it back. Now the rhythm changes. It becomes a conversation without words. Shoot, rebound, pass. Shoot, rebound, pass. The sound of the ball bouncing becomes a steady metronome. You notice the bond between them. It is palpable in the cool night air. It is a bond forged in shared spaces, in shared struggles, and in shared dreams. They are not just brothers, they are teammates in life. They move around each other with an intuitive understanding. When Giannis misses, Thanasis is there. When Thanasis drives to the hoop, Giannis steps aside to give him space. There is a gentleness in their interaction, a mutual support that feels like a warm blanket. The air is getting cooler now. The breeze picks up slightly, rustling the leaves of the trees in the park louder than before. You pull your own blanket tighter around your shoulders, feeling safe and warm in your observation. You watch the brothers as they continue their practice. They are tired. You can see it in the way their shoulders slump slightly between shots, in the way they wipe sweat from their foreheads with the back of their hands. But they do not stop. They find energy in the rhythm. They find comfort in the routine. Let your mind drift away from the court for a moment and float upwards, rising above the park, above the buildings. Imagine you are looking down at the neighborhood of Sepolia from high above. You can see the grid of the streets, the glowing dots of streetlights connecting like constellations. You can see the dark shape of the Acropolis in the distance, rising from the city like a sleeping giant, a reminder of the ancient past that watches over the present. The city of Athens glimmers and pulses with a low, steady light, a sea of humanity resting under the stars. From this height, the basketball court is just a small, rectangular patch of gray, and the two brothers are tiny specks moving within it. But you know that in that small space, a universe is being created. A future is being written. It is a story that starts with nothing but a ball and a hoop and a brother to share it with. Float back down now. Slowly, gently, like a feather drifting on the wind, return to the bench on the sideline. The boys are taking a break. They are sitting on the court, their backs resting against the padded pole of the basketball hoop. They are sharing a bottle of water, passing it back and forth. They are talking quietly, their voices low murmurs that blend with the night sounds. They are speaking Greek, the language of their home, but occasionally you hear a word of English, a name of a player, a move they want to try. They are looking at their shoes. You notice this detail now. The shoes are brightly colored, perhaps a bit battered, but they are treated with reverence. You recall that sometimes in this family, shoes are a shared resource. When one brother is not playing, the other wears the shoes. This is not a source of shame for them in this moment. It is a source of connection. It means that when one of them runs, he carries the other with him. When one of them jumps, he is lifted by the support of the other. The shoes are a vessel, a symbol of their unity. You can imagine the feeling of sliding your feet into a pair of shoes that are warm from your brother's use. The fabric is molded to the shape of the foot. The lace is tied in a familiar knot. It is a feeling of continuity. The night deepens. The traffic noise from the main roads has faded to almost nothing. The moon has risen higher in the sky, a pale crescent that casts a silvery sheen over the court. The shadows of the trees have lengthened, stretching across the concrete like long, dark fingers. The boys stand up. It is time to go home. They do not rush. They pick up the ball. Giannis holds it under his arm, pressing it against his side. They begin to walk away from the court, their sneakers scuffing softly against the gravel path of the park. You rise from the bench and follow them, keeping a respectful distance. You are a ghost in their story, a silent observer of their journey. You walk back through the park, past the sleeping trees, past the closed kiosk that sells newspapers and candy during the day. You step back onto the pavement of the street. The walk home is a ritual in itself. It is a time to decompress, to let the adrenaline of the game fade into a pleasant weariness. The brothers walk shoulder to shoulder. Their gait is synchronized. Left foot, right foot. Left foot, right foot. They pass the same apartment buildings you saw earlier. The lights in the windows are going out one by one. The neighborhood is falling asleep. The cat on the wall is gone, having found a warmer spot to curl up for the night. The scent of jasmine is stronger now in the cool air, a sweet, heavy perfume that fills your senses. They turn into a doorway of a small apartment building. The light in the entrance hall is dim, flickering slightly. You watch as they disappear inside, the heavy metal door clicking shut behind them with a soft, final sound. They are home. They are safe. They are together. You stand on the street for a moment longer, alone in the quiet night. You look up at the building. On the second floor, a light turns on. You can imagine the scene inside. A small space crowded but filled with love, a mother and father waiting, the smell of a simple meal being warmed up, the murmur of voices greeting each other, the feeling of taking off the shoes and setting them by the door, ready for the next day, the feeling of lying down on a mattress, the body heavy with fatigue but light with hope. You turn away and begin to walk back down the street, retracing your steps. The rhythm of your own walking takes over. Step, step, step. The world is so peaceful here. The worries of the day seem very far away, dissolved in the indigo darkness of the Athenian night. You feel a sense of profound calm. You have seen the beginning. You have seen the roots of the tree before it grew to touch the sky. You have seen the quiet soil from which greatness springs. As you walk, the street begins to blur. The concrete softens, turning into the thick, soft rug of the library. The streetlights fade, replaced by the warm, golden glow of the single candle. The smell of jasmine and city dust shifts back to the scent of cedar and old paper. You are back in the comfortable armchair. The book is open in your lap. The room is silent and still. The shadows on the wall are still swaying gently. You close the book slowly, feeling the weight of the cover as it settles into place. You lean back into the velvet chair, your body sinking deeper into its embrace. You are safe. You are warm. You are relaxed. Now let us turn the page of time. Let us move forward gently, like a leaf floating down a river. We are not jumping ahead to the bright lights of the stadium just yet. We are staying in the formative years, in the slow, steady accumulation of days and nights that carve a person's character. We are going to drift to a different day, a different season, but the same underlying rhythm of perseverance. Imagine it is daytime now. It is high summer in Athens. The sun is a blazing white disk in a sky of fierce, cloudless blue. The heat is intense, shimmering off the pavement in waves, blurring the air near the ground. It is the kind of heat that makes everything move slower, that drives people into the shade of awnings and trees. The city is bright, overexposed, full of sharp contrasts between the blinding light and the deep, cool shadows. You are walking through a market. It is an open-air street market, a lakey agora asterisk that stretches for blocks. The air is filled with a cacophony of smells: ripe peaches, earthy potato, fresh fish on ice, brine from barrels of olives, the sharp tang of lemons. The sounds are a bustling hum, vendors shouting out their prices in sing-song voices, the rumble of carts, the chatter of shoppers bargaining and greeting one another. It is a river of life, vibrant and chaotic. But you are moving through it with a sense of calm detachment. You are observing. And there, amidst the stalls and the crowds, you see them again. The brothers, Giannis and Thanasis. They are working. They are moving through the crowd not as shoppers but as sellers. They are carrying goods, perhaps watches or sunglasses or CDs. Small items held in their hands or displayed on a cloth they can quickly fold. Watch their movements. They are polite. They smile. They approach people with a gentle persistence. "Hello, my friend, beautiful watch, good price." Their voices are melodic, respectful. They are weaving through the tapestry of the market, dodging the carts, stepping around the puddles of melting ice. The sun beats down on them. You can see beads of sweat glistening on their foreheads, on their necks. Their shirts stick to their backs. It is hard work. It is tiring work. Standing on your feet for hours, walking miles in a small radius, dealing with rejection, dealing with the heat. But look closer. Look at their faces. There is no despair there. There is fatigue, yes. There is seriousness, but there is also a light in their eyes. They are together. They are helping their family. Every sale is a victory. Every coin earned is a brick in the foundation of their survival. They share a look across the crowd, a quick nod, a half smile, and that connection sustains them. It is the same connection you saw on the basketball court. Whether they are passing a ball or navigating a crowded market, they are a team. You notice the way Giannis interacts with a tourist. He is charming even in his broken English. He has a smile that lights up his face, a smile that seems too big for his current circumstances. He shows a pair of sunglasses, tilting them to catch the light. The tourist shakes his head and walks away. Giannis does not falter. He simply turns, adjusts his stance, and looks for the next opportunity. There is a resilience here that is as hard and durable as the concrete of the court. It is a quiet refusal to give up. It is a belief that the next moment might be better than the last. The market begins to wind down. It is early afternoon now, the time of the siesta. The vendors are packing up their crates. The shouting dies down, the crowds thin out. The ground is littered with crushed leaves and discarded produce. The brothers meet at a corner. They count their earnings, their heads bent together in concentration. It is not a fortune, but it is enough for today. It is enough for food. It is enough to keep going. They begin the walk home. The heat has softened slightly, but the air is still thick and heavy. They walk slowly, their energy spent. You walk with them. You feel the dust on your shoes. You feel the thirst in your throat. You feel the deep satisfaction of rest approaching. They stop at a small kiosk and buy a cold drink to share. They sit on a curb in the shade of a bitter orange tree. They pass the bottle back and forth. The cold liquid is a shock to the system, a moment of pure, simple pleasure. They close their eyes as they drink, savoring the relief. This moment, sitting on the curb, sharing a drink, is as important as any trophy lift. This is where the gratitude is born. This is where the appreciation for the small things takes root. When you have little, everything becomes significant. A cold drink, a pair of shoes, a ball that bounces true, a brother who stands beside you. These are the treasures of their kingdom. As they sit there, Giannis stretches his legs out. They are so long they seem to extend halfway across the sidewalk. He rubs his knees, growing pains. His body is stretching, expanding, reaching for a height he cannot yet imagine. He looks at his hands. They are large, the fingers long and slender. He flexes them, watching the tendons move. He is a masterpiece in progress, a sculpture being chiseled by the elements of wind, sun, and struggle. The scene fades again. The bright colors of the market dissolve into a soft, gray mist. The sounds of the city drift away. We are moving forward in time again, gently, seamlessly. The mist clears and we find ourselves in a different setting. It is winter now. The air is crisp and cold. The sky is a steel gray, heavy with unshed rain. We are inside a gymnasium. It is a small local gym distinct from the outdoor court. The floor is made of wood, polished and amber-colored, glowing under the fluorescent lights. The smell here is different. It smells of floor wax, old sweat, and rubber. The acoustics are sharper. The sounds echo loudly against the high ceiling. Squeak, squeak, boom. Giannis is here. He is older now, perhaps 16. He has grown even taller. He looks lanky, almost fragile in his length, but there is a new power in his movements. He is running drills, up and down the court, up and down. He is running with a speed that defies his size. He takes 3 giant strides and he is at the rim. He lays the ball in. He turns and sprints back. There is a coach watching him, a man with graying hair and a clipboard. He stands on the sideline, arms crossed, watching with a critical but appreciative eye. He blows a whistle, tweet. Giannis stops. He bends over, hands on his knees, gasping for air. His chest heaves. He is exhausted. But when the whistle blows again, he stands up instantly. He does not hesitate. He runs again. You are sitting in the empty bleachers, wrapped in a warm coat. You are the only spectator. You watch this display of will. You realize that talent is only a small part of the equation. What you are witnessing is the engine of greatness. It is the refusal to stop. It is the hunger to be better, not just for himself, but for the family waiting in the apartment, for the brothers wearing the shared shoes, for the parents who walked across borders to give him this chance. The practice ends. The lights in the gym are turned off row by row until only a single security light remains, casting long shadows across the wooden floor. Giannis changes his shoes. He puts on a thick jacket. He walks out of the gym into the cold night air. You follow him. It is raining now. A soft, steady rain that slickens the streets and reflects the headlights of passing cars. He pulls his hood up. He walks to a bus stop. You stand with him under the shelter of the bus stop. The rain drums rhythmically on the metal roof. Tap, 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 tap. It is a soothing sound. The bus is late. It is cold, but he waits with patience. He is used to waiting. He is used to endurance. He leans against the glass panel of the shelter, staring out at the rain-streaked street. What is he thinking about? Is he dreaming of the NBA? Is he dreaming of America? Or is he just thinking about a hot meal and a warm bed? Perhaps he is thinking about the game he played last weekend. The way he felt when he blocked a shot, his hand reaching up to the sky, swatting the ball away. The feeling of power, the feeling of belonging. On the court, he is not a poor immigrant boy. He is not a street seller. He is a king. He is a force of nature. The court is the one place where the world makes sense, where the rules are fair, where effort directly equals result. The bus arrives, a large vehicle glowing with interior light. The doors hiss open. He steps inside. You watch the bus pull away, its taillights fading into the rainy night. You remain at the stop for a moment, listening to the rain, feeling the damp coolness of the air. You feel a sense of admiration wash over you. It is a quiet, deep respect. Let the scene dissolve. The rain turns into a gentle mist, the cold air warms up. You are back in your comfortable chair in the library. The candle has burned down slightly, but the flame is still steady. You take a sip of water from a glass on the table. The water is cool and refreshing. You settle back. We are going to move further now. The years are passing. The boy is becoming a man. The skills are sharpening. The name Antetokounmpo is beginning to be whispered in circles beyond the neighborhood, beyond the city. Scouts are coming. Men with notebooks and cameras. Men who speak different languages. Imagine a small office. It is cluttered with papers and tapes. A dusty fan spins slowly in the corner. A man is sitting at a desk, looking at a grainy video on a computer screen. He is squinting. On the screen, a blurry figure, long, thin, fast, takes the ball from one end of the court to the other in 3 dribbles and dunks it. The man rewinds the video. He watches it again. He pauses it. He leans back in his chair, rubbing his chin. He picks up a phone. This is the moment the door begins to crack open. Just a sliver, but enough for the light to spill through. Meanwhile, back in Athens, the routine continues. But there is a new energy now, a hum of anticipation. Giannis feels it. Thanasis feels it. The younger brothers, Kostas, Alex, they feel it too. They are watching their big brother. They are trying to copy his moves. They are growing into their own bodies, their own limbs lengthening, their own dreams taking shape. Picture the family apartment again. It is evening. The family is gathered. The space is small, but it is filled with warmth. There is a pot of food on the stove, maybe a simple soup, maybe rice. The steam rises, fogging the windows. They are eating together, they are laughing. The father, Charles, is there. He is a large man with a gentle face. He speaks to his sons. He tells them to stay humble. He tells them to work hard. He tells them to take care of each other. We are one, he says. If one of us eats, we all eat. If one of us succeeds, we all succeed. This philosophy is the bedrock. It is the soil in which the tree grows. You can feel the love in this room. It is a tangible force, stronger than poverty, stronger than hunger. It is a shield against the world. You are sitting in the corner of the room, unseen, basking in this warmth. It makes you feel safe. It makes you feel connected. The meal ends. The plates are washed. The brothers go to their room. It is a small room filled with beds. They lie down. The lights go out. But they do not sleep immediately. They whisper in the dark. They talk about the future. One day, Giannis whispers, one day I will go to America. And I will come with you, Thanasis whispers back. We will all go, Giannis says. We will be together. The whispers fade. The breathing deepens. Sleep comes. Outside, the city of Athens hums its eternal song. The stars shine down on the apartment building, on the neighborhood of Sepolia, on the sleeping brothers. And now we travel across the ocean. We let the years slip by like clouds moving across the moon. The draft is approaching. The year is 2013. The setting changes completely. We are no longer in the warm, dusty streets of Athens. We are in a sleek, modern hotel room in New York City. The air here is conditioned, cool, and dry. The room is spacious, with floor-to-ceiling windows that look out over the skyline of Manhattan. It is a view of jagged steel and glass, millions of lights glittering like diamonds. It is beautiful, but it is also overwhelming. It is a long, long way from Sepolia. Giannis is here. He is 18 years old. He is wearing a suit. It is a nice suit, perhaps a bit shiny, bought for this special occasion. He looks nervous. He paces the room. He looks out the window at the city that never sleeps. He is holding a Greek flag folded neatly in his hands. He keeps smoothing it out, running his thumb over the blue and white fabric. It is his anchor. His family is not all here. There were visa issues, complications, but Thanasis is here, his brother, his rock. Thanasis sits on the edge of the bed watching him. "It will be okay," Thanasis says softly. "Whatever happens, it is God's plan." Giannis nods. He stops packing. He sits down next to his brother. They sit in silence, looking out at the alien city. They are on the precipice. One step and everything changes. One name called and the world shifts on its axis. You are in the room with them. You can feel the tension, but it is not a fearful tension. It is the tension of a bowstring pulled back, ready to release the arrow. It is the tension of potential. You want to reach out and pat Giannis on the shoulder to tell him that he has nothing to worry about, that the future is brighter than the lights of New York City. But you cannot. You can only watch. The scene shifts to the Barclays Center. The arena is cavernous, filled with a low roar of chatter. Thousands of people, bright lights, cameras everywhere. Giannis sits at a table in the designated area. He looks young, so incredibly young. He looks around with wide eyes, taking it all in. The giant screens, the famous players, the suits, the grandeur. The commissioner walks to the podium. The room goes quiet. A hush falls over the crowd. With the 15th pick in the 2013 NBA draft, the voice booms, echoing through the vast space. The Milwaukee Bucks select Giannis Antetokounmpo. He stands up. He hugs his brother. He unfolds the Greek flag. He walks to the stage. He puts on the cap with the deer logo. He shakes the hand of the commissioner. He smiles. It is a shy smile, but it is genuine. He has made it. He is in the NBA. But this is not the end of the journey. Oh no, this is barely the beginning. This is just the opening of the door. The real work, the heavy lifting, the transformation, that is all yet to come. We leave New York now. We travel west. We travel to a place called Milwaukee. It is a city on a lake, a great lake, Lake Michigan. The water is vast and blue, stretching out to the horizon like an ocean. The city is different from Athens. It is industrial, it is brick and steel, it is colder. Imagine arriving in Milwaukee in the autumn. The trees are turning colors, brilliant reds, oranges, and yellows. The air is crisp, smelling of fallen leaves and fresh water. Giannis arrives. He is a stranger in a strange land. He does not know the city. He does not know the culture. He is alone in a way he hasn't been before, though the team is there to support him. He moves into an apartment. It is empty. He has no furniture. He doesn't know how to buy furniture yet. He sleeps on a mattress on the floor. Does this sound familiar? It echoes the days in Athens. But here the emptiness is full of promise, not lack. He explores the city. He discovers the snow. The first time he sees it fall, soft white flakes drifting down from a gray sky, he is amazed. He runs outside. He touches it. It melts on his warm skin. It is cold, wet, magical. He takes a video to send to his family. "Look," he says, "it is white everywhere." He goes to the practice facility. This is his new home. This is his new sanctuary. The courts here are pristine. The floors shine like glass. The nets are fresh and white, making a crisp asterisk swish asterisk sound with every shot. He spends hours here. He is the first one to arrive and the last one to leave. He is hungry to learn. He absorbs information like a sponge. You are there in the practice facility, sitting quietly in the corner. You hear the squeak of his new shoes. You hear the coaches giving instructions. Bend your knees, Giannis. Keep your eyes up, Giannis. Drive, Giannis. He listens. He nods. He tries. He fails. He tries again. He succeeds. You watch his body change. The team nutritionists are feeding him. Smoothies, steaks, vegetables, pasta. He is eating more food than he has ever seen in his life. And his body responds. The thin, willow branch limbs begin to fill out. Muscles begin to define themselves under his skin. His shoulders broaden. He is growing into a titan. But he is still the boy from Sepolia. He sends money home, almost all of it. He keeps only enough for himself to live. One day he goes to the bank to send money to his parents. He sends everything he has. He realizes as he walks out of the bank that he does not have enough money for a cab to the arena. It is game day. He has to be there. So what does he do? He runs. Imagine this scene. It is a cold Milwaukee day. The wind is whipping off the lake, and here is a 7-foot-tall young man wearing a windbreaker running down the street. His long legs devour the sidewalk. People in cars turn to look. Is that? No, it can't be. But it is. He is running because he has a job to do. He is running because he sent his money to his family. He is running because that is what he has always done. A couple stops their car. They recognize him. They roll down the window. Giannis, do you need a ride? He stops out of breath. He smiles. Yes, please. He squeezes into the backseat of their modest car. They drive him to the arena. They talk about the weather. They talk about the team. He is polite. He is grateful. This story spreads. It becomes part of the folklore of the city. The superstar who runs to work. The millionaire who lives like a monk. It endears him to the people. They see themselves in him. They see the humility. They see the work ethic. The seasons turn. Winter turns to spring, spring to summer. Rookie year passes. He shows flashes of brilliance, moments where he does things that seem impossible for a human being to do. He spans the court in 2 dribbles. He blocks shots at the apex of their flight, but he is still raw. He is a diamond in the rough. Year 2, year 3. The growth is exponential. He is getting stronger. He is getting faster. He is understanding the game on a deeper level. The game slows down for him. He begins to see the patterns before they happen. And then the family arrives. The visas are sorted. The parents, the brothers, they come to Milwaukee. The reunion is emotional. Tears are shed. Hugs are held for a long, long time. They move into a house together. A real house, with rooms for everyone, with a big kitchen. You are there for the first dinner in the new house. The table is large. It is covered in food, Greek dishes, American dishes. There is laughter, loud, boisterous laughter. The house is filled with life. The silence of the empty apartment is gone. Giannis is complete again. His power source is here. With his family by his side, he unlocks a new level. He becomes the Greek freak. The nickname is given with affection and awe. He dominates. He drives to the basket with a ferocity that scares opponents. He dunks with a power that shakes the stanchion. He defends like a sprawling octopus, his arms everywhere at once. But amidst the noise of the arenas, the cheering crowds, the flashing lights, we must remember the quiet moments, the moments of slumber. Imagine a night after a game, the adrenaline has faded, the crowd has gone home. Giannis is back in his house. The house is quiet, his family is asleep. He sits in the living room. A fire is burning in the fireplace, the logs crackling softly. He is icing his knees. He is tired. His body aches. It is a good ache, the ache of effort. He looks around the room. He sees the photos on the mantle, photos of the boys in Sepolia, photos of the draft, photos of his parents. He closes his eyes. He listens to the crackle of the fire. He breathes in. He breathes out. He thinks about the journey, the distance traveled, not just in miles but in life, from the concrete court with no net to the parquet floor of the NBA, from selling sunglasses to signing unmatched contracts. But in his heart, he feels the same. He is still the boy who shares his shoes. He is still the boy who loves his family above all else. The firelight dances on his face. He drifts into a light sleep. In his dream, he is back in the park in Athens. The air is warm. The crickets are chirping. Thanasis is there. They are shooting. Thump, thump, thump. The sound is the same. The feeling is the same. It is home. We will pause our story here in the warm glow of the fireplace, with the snow falling gently outside the window in Milwaukee and the memories of Athens keeping the heart warm. The champion is resting. The journey is far from over, but for tonight the work is done. The shoes are untied. The ball is still. Rest here for a moment. Feel the warmth of the fire. Feel the softness of the chair. Let the rhythm of the story settle in your mind. Safe, calm, quiet. The fire in the hearth has burned down to glowing embers, casting a deep, pulsating orange light across the floorboards. The room is warm, a cocoon against the Wisconsin winter. You watch the embers breathe, dimming and brightening with the subtle drafts of the house. It is a hypnotic rhythm, like the slow, steady beat of a resting heart. The snow outside has stopped falling, leaving the world wrapped in a thick, white blanket that muffles all sound. The silence is profound. It is the kind of silence that allows thoughts to settle, allows the mind to clear, allows the spirit to recharge. In this quiet space, time seems to stretch. The night moves slowly, turning on its axis with infinite patience. You are comfortable here, sinking deeper into the softness of the chair, your breathing matching the slow pulse of the room. You are safe. You are at peace. And as you rest, the story continues to unfold, not in a rush of events, but in the steady accumulation of days and nights, of effort and rest, of planting and harvesting. Imagine now that the sun begins to rise. It is a pale winter sun filtering through the frosted glass of the windows. The light is soft and diffuse, turning the room a cool, clean gray. The embers have turned to ash. The house begins to stir. You hear the sound of footsteps upstairs, the sound of water running, the smell of coffee brewing in the kitchen, a rich, dark aroma that signals the start of a new day. Giannis is awake. He is always awake early. The discipline of the streets of Sepolia has translated seamlessly to the discipline of the professional athlete. He moves through the house with a quiet purpose. He eats a large breakfast, eggs, fruit, yogurt. He eats with gratitude, never forgetting the days when food was scarce. He jokes with his brothers, their laughter a low rumble in the morning air. They speak in Greek, a bubble of home within the American landscape. He puts on his winter gear, a heavy parka, a knit hat, thick gloves. He steps out the door into the biting cold. The air is sharp and clean, it wakes up the lungs. You follow him to the car. The seats are cold, the leather stiff. He starts the engine and you wait for the heat to kick in, watching the white plumes of exhaust rise into the morning sky. The drive to the practice facility is a ritual. The streets of Milwaukee are wide and orderly. You pass the old brick buildings, their facades the color of cream and pale earth, giving the city its nickname. The Cream City bricks glow softly in the morning light. You cross a bridge over the Milwaukee River. The water is dark and still, bordered by snow-covered banks. Blocks of ice float lazily downstream. It is a stark, industrial beauty, very different from the chaotic vibrancy of Athens, but it has its own calming solidity. You arrive at the training center. It is a modern building, sleek and glass-walled. Inside, the air is warm and smells of clean rubber and sanitized floors. This is the laboratory. This is where the experiment continues. You walk with Giannis into the locker room. It is quiet. He changes into his practice gear. He ties his shoes, always the shoes. He pulls the laces tight, creating that feeling of security, of being grounded. He walks into the weight room. This is where the transformation happens. You find a spot to sit on a bench out of the way. You watch. The sounds here are specific. The metallic clank asterisk of plates being stacked, the rhythmic asterisk whoosh asterisk of cables, the heavy exhale of breath. Giannis is lifting. He is lifting heavy weights. His arms, once thin and wiry, are now sculpted. His shoulders are broad and powerful. he is building armor. He is building the strength to withstand the collisions, the falls, the physical toll of the game. He moves from station to station. There is no wasted motion. He is focused. His eyes are set on a point in the middle distance, seeing something that others cannot see. He is seeing his potential. He is seeing the player he wants to become. The coaches move around him, offering quiet words of encouragement, correcting his form. They are like sculptors, chipping away the excess, revealing the statue within. After the weights, he moves to the court. The transition from the heavy, grounded energy of the weight room to the fluid, kinetic energy of the court is seamless. He picks up a ball. He begins to dribble. The sound echoes in the empty gym. Bang, bang, bang. It is harder, louder than the sound on the outdoor court in Greece. The floor here has a spring to it. It gives back energy. He practices his handling. He is 7 feet tall, yet he dribbles the ball low, weaving it between his legs behind his back. It is a dance. He moves with the grace of a gazelle, covering the length of the court in a few long, sweeping strides. He practices the Euro step, a move that defies geometry. He plants one foot, moves laterally, plants the other, and glides past an imaginary defender. It is smooth, almost liquid. Left, right, lift. Left, right, lift. You watch the repetition. It is soothing to witness such mastery being honed. There is no crowd cheering here. There is no music, just the squeak of sneakers and the thump of the ball. It is a meditation in motion. He shoots. The ball arcs high. Swish. The net snaps. He retrieves it. He shoots again. Swish. Hours pass. The light outside the high windows changes, moving across the floor as the sun tracks across the sky. Other players arrive. The gym fills with voices, with the sound of many balls bouncing at once, a chaotic rhythm that somehow finds a harmony. Giannis is in the center of it, smiling, high-fiving teammates. He is the engine. He is the heart. The practice ends. The cool-down begins, stretching on mats, ice packs on knees, a shared meal in the cafeteria. You sit with them, listening to the banter. They talk about video games, about movies, about life. They are young men living a dream but grounded by the work. Let the scene fade now. The gym dissolves. The sounds of the bouncing balls drift away. You are back in the library in the velvet chair. The candle has been replaced by a fresh one, burning bright and tall. You take a moment to adjust your position. You feel the relaxation in your own muscles, as if you have vicariously experienced the workout and the subsequent rest. We move forward in time again. The seasons change. The snow melts. The river flows freely. The trees along the lakefront burst into green. It is spring in Milwaukee. The air is sweet with the scent of budding leaves and damp earth. Giannis is no longer a secret. The world knows him now, the Greek freak. It is a name that signifies something unique, something rare. He is becoming an all-star. Imagine the night he finds out. He is sitting in a hotel room or perhaps the lounge of the team plane. The announcement is made. His name is on the list. He is going to play with the best in the world. He smiles. It is a wide, beaming smile. He calls his family immediately. "We did it," he says, "not I did it. We did it." He thinks of the street sellers in Athens. He thinks of the shared shoes. He thinks of the bus rides in the rain. This honor belongs to all of that. It belongs to the struggle. You travel with him to the All-Star game. It is a carnival of lights and sound. New Orleans or Los Angeles or Charlotte. The city changes, but the atmosphere is the same. Flashbulbs popping, fans screaming, music thumping. But amidst the chaos, Giannis walks with a calm center. He is happy to be there like a child in a candy store, but when the game starts, he is serious. He wants to compete. He dunks the ball with ferocity, hanging on the rim for a moment, looking out at the sea of faces. He is not just a participant anymore. He is a leader. He is a captain. He picks his team. He writes his own destiny. But let us return to the quiet moments. Let us return to the routine. The years are flowing by like a river. 2016, 2017, 2018. Each year he adds something new to his game, a fadeaway jumper, a tighter handle, better vision. He is like a sponge absorbing the game, learning its secrets. And then a shadow falls, a quiet, heavy shadow. It is the autumn of 2017. You are in the house in Milwaukee. The air is still. The phone rings. It is news from home, news that shakes the foundation. Charles, the father, the rock, he has passed away. The house goes silent, a deep, profound silence. It is not a silence of fear, but of grief, of a sudden, immense absence. You see Giannis sitting in a chair, his head in his hands. His brothers are around him. They are holding each other. The bond that was forged in the fires of hardship is now the only thing that holds them together. You stand in the corner of the room, sending silent waves of comfort. You watch as they process the loss. The man who taught them to be humble, the man who taught them to stay together, the man who gave them everything. He is gone from this earth. But he is not gone from their hearts. Watch how Giannis responds. He does not crumble, he mourns, yes. He cries tears that are heavy and hot, but then he stands up. He looks at his brothers. He realizes that he is the patriarch now. He carries the name. He carries the legacy. He goes back to the court, but something has changed. The game is no longer just a game, it is a tribute. Every time he steps onto the floor, he writes a message on his shoes. I love you, Dad. He writes it in marker, fresh every game. It is a ritual, a prayer. When he plays now, there is a new intensity, a fire that burns with a different fuel. He plays for Charles. He plays to make the name Antetokounmpo ring out in history, so loud that his father can hear it in the heavens. You watch a game from this period, the arena has changed. They have moved into the new forum, the Pfizer Forum. It is a magnificent building, a cathedral of basketball. The roof curves like a wave. The seats are steep, creating a wall of sound. The lights are bright and focused on the court. Giannis stands at the free throw line. The crowd is chanting. MVP, MVP, the sound washes over him. He takes a deep breath. He bounces the ball once, twice, 3 times. He spins it in his hands. He looks at the rim. He whispers something to himself. Perhaps he is talking to his father. He shoots. The ball flies true. He runs back on defense. He is everywhere. He blocks a shot, his hand meeting the ball at the highest point. He grabs the rebound. He turns and sprints. He takes off from the dotted line. He dunks. The crowd erupts. It is a roar that shakes your chest. But in the center of the roar, Giannis beats his chest. He points to the sky. He is connecting the earth to the heavens. The season ends. The awards ceremony approaches. It is the summer of 2019. The venue is in Los Angeles, a hangar filled with tables and celebrities. Everyone is wearing tuxedos. The air is cool and smells of expensive perfume and champagne. Giannis is wearing a suit. It is sharp, tailored perfectly to his frame. He looks elegant. He sits at a round table with his mother, Veronica, and his brothers. They are holding hands under the table. They are waiting. The announcer walks to the microphone. The 2018-2019 NBA Most Valuable Player is. A pause, a heartbeat. Giannis Antetokounmpo. He puts his head down for a second, a moment of release. He stands up. He hugs his mother. He hugs his brothers. He walks to the stage. The applause is thunderous. He takes the trophy. It is heavy, gold and crystal. He places it on the podium. He begins to speak. His voice trembles. The tears come. He cannot stop them. He talks about his teammates. He talks about the coaching staff, but then he talks about his father. I want to thank my dad, he says, his voice breaking. Obviously, he's not here with me, but he's watching. You are watching him from the back of the room. You feel the emotion in the air. It is thick and palpable. This is not just a sports award. This is the culmination of a journey that started with selling sunglasses in the heat of Athens. This is the boy with the shared shoes, now standing at the pinnacle of the world, weeping openly, showing his heart to everyone. It is a beautiful moment, a gentle moment. It reminds you that strength is not just about muscles or dunks. Strength is about love. Strength is about remembering where you came from. Strength is about family. He leaves the stage. He walks back to his seat. He gives the trophy to his mother. "This is for you," his eyes say. The scene fades. The bright lights of the awards show dim. The applause echoes into silence. You are back in the library. The room is still warm. You feel a sense of pride as if you have watched a friend succeed. You take a slow, deep breath, letting the emotion settle. Let us drift forward again. The journey does not stop at the MVP. There are new mountains to climb. There is the ultimate goal, the championship. We return to Milwaukee. It is the next season. The expectations are higher now. The pressure is greater, but Giannis is like a tree with deep roots. The wind can blow, but he does not break. He sways, he adapts. He works on his leadership. He learns to trust his teammates more. He learns that he cannot do it all alone. He passes the ball. He sets screens. He cheers from the bench when he is resting. He is building a culture. The team is a family. You see them in the locker room. There is music playing. There is dancing. They have a pre-game ritual where they wrestle in the hallway, a playful display of camaraderie. It looks like Lions-Cubs playing. It is joyful. But then the world stops. It is 2020. The spring brings a silence unlike any other. The streets are empty. The arenas are closed. The balls stop bouncing. The world enters a time of slumber. Giannis is at home. He is with his family. He has a son now, a little boy named Liam. The circle of life continues. You see Giannis holding his son. His hands, so large and powerful on the court, are gentle and tender now. He rocks the baby to sleep. He sings quiet lullabies in Greek. He trains in his home gym. He runs on a treadmill. He lifts weights in his basement. He stays ready. He knows the game will return. He knows the mission is not finished. The game does return, but it is different. It is in a bubble in Florida. No fans, no travel, just basketball. It is a strange, quiet environment. The sounds of the sneakers are loud. The voices of the players echo. It reminds you of the empty park in Sepolia. It is basketball in its purest form. Giannis tries. The team tries, but they fall short. They lose in the playoffs. It is a disappointment. The critics speak. They say he cannot win the big one. They say he needs to leave Milwaukee. They say he needs to go to a super team to win. But you know Giannis. You know the boy who waited for the bus in the rain. You know the boy who stayed with his brother. Loyalty is in his blood. Loyalty is his backbone. The off-season comes. The contract is on the table. It is the biggest contract in history. But it is not about the money. It is about the commitment. It is about the promise. Imagine a quiet afternoon in Milwaukee. Giannis is driving. He drives past the mural of himself on a building downtown. He drives past the Pfizer Forum. He drives past the lake. He thinks about the people of this city. The people who gave him a ride when he was running. The people who cheered for him when he was a rookie. He goes to the office. He signs the paper. He stays. "This is my home," he says. "This is my city." A wave of relief washes over Milwaukee. It is a warm, comforting wave. He is not leaving. He is one of them. Now begins the climb to the summit. The 2022-021 season. It is a season of grit. It is a season of grinding. The team is different. They have added pieces: Jrue Holiday, a quiet, strong guard; PJ Tucker, a tough, gritty defender. They are building a fortress. The playoffs begin. The atmosphere is electric, even with limited fans at first. They sweep the first round. They face a tough opponent in the second round. The Brooklyn Nets, a team of superstars. It is a battle of titans. You watch the series unfold. It goes back and forth. Win, loss, win, loss. It goes to a Game 7. The tension is high. The game is close. It goes to overtime. Every possession matters. Every breath is held. Giannis is exhausted. You can see it in his eyes. He is bent over, hands on knees. But he does not quit. He scores. He rebounds. The final buzzer sounds. They have won. They have survived. They move to the conference finals, but then disaster strikes. It is Game 4. Giannis is running back on defense. He jumps to block a shot. He lands awkwardly. His knee bends backward. It looks terrible. The arena goes silent. He is on the floor, clutching his knee. You are watching from your chair and your heart sinks. You feel the pain. You feel the fear. Is it over? Is the dream finished? He is helped off the court. He limps into the tunnel. The image of his brothers walking with him is searing. They are his crutches, just as they have always been. For 2 games he sits out. He watches from the sideline. He is a cheerleader. He is a coach. His teammates step up. They play with his spirit. They win the series. They are going to the NBA Finals. But will Giannis play? The knee looked bad. The doctors are worried. Imagine the training room in the days leading up to the finals. Giannis is on the table. He is getting treatment. Ice, massage, elevation. He is testing the leg. He grimaces. It hurts. It hurts a lot. But he looks in the mirror. He sees the boy from Sepolia. He sees the father looking down. He sees the city waiting. I am playing, he says. Are you sure? The doctors ask. I am playing. The NBA Finals, the Phoenix Suns, the stage is set. Game 1, he plays. He is not 100%. You can see he is tentative, but he is there. His presence alone lifts the team. They lose the game, but he is back. Game 2, he plays better. He scores 42 points. He is running hard. The knee is holding, but they lose again. They are down 0-2. The critics start again. It's over. They can't come back. But the series shifts to Milwaukee, to the Pfizer Forum, to the Deer District. Imagine the scene outside the arena. Thousands of people are gathered, a sea of green. They are watching on giant screens. The energy is palpable. It is a collective will. They are willing their team to victory. Game 3, Giannis is a man possessed. He dominates. He scores 41 points. He rebounds. He assists. They win. The series is 1-2. Game 4, a close game down the stretch. A pivotal moment. The Suns have the ball. A lob pass is thrown to the rim. It looks like an easy dunk. But then, Giannis turns. He steps. He rises. He keeps rising. He meets the player in the air. He blocks the dunk. It is a miraculous play. It is a play born of instinct, of length, of sheer will. The crowd explodes. The momentum shifts. They win. The series is tied 2-2. Game 5, in Phoenix, a stealing of home court. A definitive alley-oop dunk by Giannis seals the game. He hangs on the rim, staring into the camera, staring into history. They are up 3-2. 1 win away. 1 win away from the dream. We travel back to Milwaukee for Game 6. The date is July 20, 2021. The city is vibrating. The air is thick with humidity and anticipation. 65,000 people are outside the arena. Inside, it is a cauldron of noise. You are in your seat, high up in the rafters. You can feel the floor shaking. The game begins. It is a grind. It is ugly. It is beautiful. Nobody can make a shot except Giannis. He decides that tonight is the night. He decides that he will carry the team, the city, the family on his back. He drives to the hoop. He gets fouled. He goes to the line. The free throws, his weakness. The crowd holds its breath. He shoots, swish. He shoots again, swish. He makes them. He makes 17 out of 19 free throws. It is a mental mastery that rivals his physical dominance. He blocks shots. He grabs rebounds. He runs the floor. He scores 50 points. 5-0, a masterpiece, a symphony of effort. The clock winds down. The Suns miss. The rebound is grabbed. The buzzer sounds. It is over. Giannis falls to the floor, not in pain but in relief, in joy. The confetti cannons fire. Streamers of green and white fill the air like rain. He sits on the court, tears streaming down his face. His brothers rush to him. They bury him in a hug, a pile of Antetokounmpos. He stands up, he finds his wife, he finds his son, he kisses them, he finds his mother. He hugs her so tight it seems he will never let go. He is handed the trophy, the Larry O'Brien trophy, the golden ball. He holds it, he looks at it, he kisses it, he lifts it high above his head. Milwaukee, he screams, we did it. The roar of the crowd is a physical force. It washes over him, it washes over you. It is a sound of pure, unadulterated joy. A city that has waited 50 years, a boy who traveled 5,000 miles. Later in the press conference, he sits with the trophies, the championship trophy and the finals MVP trophy. He is smoking a cigar, celebrating, but his words are humble. I represent my country, he says. I represent Nigeria, I represent Greece, I represent Milwaukee. He talks about hope. I hope this can give everybody around the world hope. I believed in myself. I kept working. The night winds down. The party spills into the streets. But let us follow Giannis one last time. He leaves the arena. The noise is fading behind him. He gets into his car. He drives home. The streets are still full of people celebrating, but he moves through them like a ghost. He arrives at his house. It is quiet. His family is asleep. He walks into the living room. He places the trophies on the table. He sits in his chair. He takes off his shoes. He closes his eyes. He is back in the park in Sepolia. The sun is setting. The air is warm. He is holding a worn basketball. He looks at the rim with no net. He shoots. Thump. The ball bounces back to him. He smiles. The journey is a circle, from the concrete to the gold and back to the piece of the love for the game. He drifts off to sleep, a champion, a father, a son, a brother. And you, sitting in your velvet chair in the library, you close the book. The story is told. The candle has burned down to a small pool of wax. The flame flickers one last time and goes out, leaving a thin trail of smoke that smells of sweet beeswax. The room is dark now, save for the moonlight filtering through the window. It is a gentle darkness, a darkness that invites sleep. You feel heavy. Your eyelids are heavy. Your limbs are heavy. You sink deeper into the chair, or perhaps you imagine yourself moving to a soft bed waiting nearby. The sheets are cool and crisp. The pillow is soft. You lie down. You pull the covers up. You listen to the silence. You listen to your own breathing. In, out. In, out. You think of the rhythm of the ball. Thump, thump. You think of the rhythm of the waves on the shore. You think of the rhythm of the wind in the trees. Drift. Float. Sleep. There is nothing more to do. The story is safe. The hero is resting, and now you can rest too. Good night. You are still drifting, floating in that soft, heavy space between wakefulness and deep sleep. The story of the championship has settled into your mind like a warm stone, radiating a gentle heat. But the river of memory is long and winding, and there are many quiet bends we have yet to explore. There are details, textures, and moments of stillness that exist between the highlights, moments that weave the true fabric of a life. So let us not close the book just yet. Let us turn the page slowly, listening to the crinkle of the parchment, and step back into the flow of time. Let us linger for a while in the golden afterglow of that victory in Milwaukee. Imagine it is the day after the triumph. The city is exhaling. The frantic energy of the night has softened into a collective, contented sigh. You are walking through the streets of the city in the early afternoon. The sun is high and bright, reflecting off the glass of the skyscrapers and the calm waters of the river. The air is filled with a unique atmosphere. It is a feeling of lightness. Strangers are smiling at each other. There is a sense of invisible threads connecting everyone you pass. You see a green banner fluttering in the breeze outside a shop. You see a child wearing a jersey that reaches down to their knees, skipping along the sidewalk. The city feels like a large living room, comfortable and shared. You make your way toward the route of the parade. You find a spot on a grassy knoll, under the shade of a large maple tree. The leaves are thick and green, filtering the sunlight into dappled patterns on the ground. You sit down, leaning your back against the rough bark of the tree. The ground is cool beneath you. You are comfortable. You are waiting, but there is no impatience in your wait. In the distance, you hear a low rumble. It is the sound of engines, deep and steady. The procession is approaching. It moves at the pace of a slow river. You see the buses, open-topped, gleaming in the sun. They are moving so slowly they seem almost stationary. The air is filled with confetti. Millions of small strips of paper, green and white, floating down from the sky like a dry, colorful rain. They catch the light as they twist and turn, drifting lazily to the pavement. And there he is, Giannis. He is standing at the front of the bus. He is wearing sunglasses to shield his eyes from the bright glare. He is holding the trophy, but look closely at his posture. He is not shouting. He is not frantic. He is leaning over the railing, reaching out. He is trying to touch the hands of the people. He is trying to make eye contact. You watch the expression on his face. It is a look of pure, unadulterated gratitude. He points to an old man in the crowd. He waves to a baby. He is absorbing the joy of the city, drinking it in like cool water. He passes by your spot under the tree. For a fleeting second, it feels as if he looks right at you, a silent acknowledgement of the witness you have been. The bus rolls on, leaving behind a trail of cheering and floating paper. The sound fades. The crowd disperses, drifting away like mist. You are left alone under the tree, watching the last piece of confetti settle on the grass. You pick it up. It is thin and light. You hold it in your palm, a tiny souvenir of a massive moment. Now let the scene shift. Let the American summer dissolve. We are traveling again. We are crossing the Atlantic Ocean. We are following the hero back to the source, back to the roots. You are on a plane. The cabin is dim and quiet. Most of the passengers are asleep. You look out the window. Below you, the sea is a sheet of dark, rippled glass, stretching out to infinity. The moon reflects off the water, creating a silver path that leads to the horizon. You can hear the steady hum of the engines, a white noise that lulls you deeper into relaxation. The plane begins its descent. You see the lights of Athens appearing below. They are warmer than the lights of American cities. They are amber and gold, scattered across the landscape like embers from a fire. The plane touches down. The wheels hum on the tarmac. You have arrived. The air that hits you when the door opens is different. It is the air of the Mediterranean. It is warm, even at night. It smells of dry pine, of sea salt, of heated stone, and a faint, sweet hint of fig trees. It is a scent that immediately slows the pulse. It is the scent of antiquity. Giannis is here. He has brought the trophy home, but he does not go to a hotel. He goes to Sepolia. Imagine walking with him through the old neighborhood. It is late afternoon now. The light is turning that specific, magical shade of violet that is unique to Greece. The golden hour here feels longer, thicker, more tangible. The shadows are long and soft. He walks down the same narrow streets we walked in the beginning. The pavement is still uneven. The apartment buildings still rise up in shades of cream and terracotta, but the atmosphere has changed. The windows are open. People are leaning out from their balconies. They are calling his name. Giannis, Giannis. It is not a roar. It is a greeting. It is the sound of a family welcoming a son home from a long journey. He stops at the local corner store. The owner, an old man with a white mustache, comes out. He wipes his hands on his apron. Giannis embraces him. It is a long, tight hug. The trophy is placed on the counter next to the jars of candy and the stacks of newspapers. It looks out of place, this shiny gold object in this humble shop, yet it fits perfectly. It belongs here because it was made here, forged in the spirit of this very street. You watch as children gather. They are shy at first, peeking out from behind cars and doorways. Giannis sees them. He crouches down. He is so tall that when he crouches, he is still their height. He waves them over. They come running. He lets them touch the trophy. He lets them touch the smooth, cool metal. You can see the wonder in their eyes. They are touching a dream. They are realizing that the distance between Sepolia and the top of the world is not impossible to bridge. He walks to the court, the gray concrete court where the story began. It has been painted now. A magnificent mural of him covers the surface, his figure stretching across the asphalt. He walks onto the painting of himself. He stands in the center. He looks up at the rim. The net is still missing. The metal ring is still rusted. He picks up a ball that someone has left there. He dribbles. Thump. The sound is the same. It echoes off the walls of the surrounding buildings. It is the heartbeat of the neighborhood. He shoots. The ball hits the backboard and goes in. He smiles. It is a quiet, private smile. He is remembering the lonely nights. He is remembering the hunger. He is remembering the brothers. The sun sets completely. The streetlights flicker on. He sits on the bench, the same concrete bench. He sits there for a long time just watching the court, watching the shadows lengthen. You sit beside him. You do not speak. You simply share the silence. It is a silence filled with peace. The circle is complete. Let us drift away from the court now. Let us float upwards again, over the city, over the Parthenon which glows like a beacon on the hill. We are going to drift into a memory, a specific, tactile memory of the early days to understand the depth of the bond between the brothers. Come with me into a small room. It is winter in Athens many years ago. The room is small and drafty. The window rattles slightly in the wind. There is a single heater, a small electric coil that glows red in the corner, fighting a losing battle against the damp chill. There are beds pushed close together. The brothers are sleeping. You can hear their breathing. It is a synchronized rhythm. In, out, in, out. They are huddled under layers of blankets, wool blankets scratchy but warm. Giannis is awake. He is lying on his back, staring at the ceiling. There is a patch of mold in the corner, a dark shape that looks like a cloud. He is thinking. He is hungry. His stomach gives a low growl. It is a familiar feeling, a dull ache that is always present. He turns his head. He looks at Thanasis in the bed next to him. Thanasis is asleep, his face relaxed. Giannis reaches out a hand. He tucks the blanket tighter around his brother's shoulder. It is a small gesture, a tiny movement in the dark, but it carries the weight of the world. It says, "I will protect you. I will keep you warm." He looks at the shoes by the door. The one pair, they are muddy. He gets up, moving silently so as not to wake the others. The floor is cold under his bare feet. He walks to the shoes. He picks them up. He finds a rag. He begins to clean them. He wipes away the mud. He scrubs the soles. He is careful. He treats the shoes like a precious artifact. He knows that tomorrow Thanasis needs them for a tryout, or maybe Costas needs them for school. They have to be ready. He sits there in the dim light of the heater, cleaning the shoes. Scrub, scrub, wipe. The repetitive motion is soothing. He hums a melody under his breath, a song his mother sings. It is a moment of service, a moment of love. When he is finished, he places the shoes neatly by the door, laces open, ready to receive the feet of his brother. He goes back to bed. He shivers slightly as he slides under the covers. He closes his eyes. He imagines a day when there will be shoes for everyone. A closet full of shoes, boxes and boxes of them. He imagines a day when the heater works. He drifts off to sleep with this warm image in his mind. This memory fades. The cold room dissolves. We are back in the present, but we carry the warmth of that brotherly love with us. It is the foundation of everything. Now let us move to a different kind of quiet. Let us move to the quiet of nature. Giannis often speaks of his love for the simple things. Let us imagine a day of rest, far away from the courts and the cameras. You are on an island in Greece, Santorini or Mykonos, or perhaps a smaller, nameless island. The sun is a blazing white ball in the sky. The sea is a deep, impossible blue. The houses are white cubes, blindingly bright, clinging to the side of a cliff. Giannis is sitting on a terrace. He is wearing simple shorts and a t-shirt. He is barefoot. His feet rest on the warm stone of the patio. He is looking out at the water. There is a gentle wind blowing. The Meltemi asterisk. It rustles the leaves of an olive tree that grows nearby. The olive tree is ancient. Its trunk is twisted and gnarled, gray and silver. It has stood there for hundreds of years. It has survived storms, droughts, wars. It is resilient. You look at the tree and then you look at Giannis. You see the resemblance. He too is long and limb-like. He too has roots that go deep into rocky soil. He too produces fruit after years of slow growth. He is eating a piece of watermelon. He bites into the red, juicy fruit. It is sweet and cold. He chews slowly. He wipes a drop of juice from his chin. He offers a piece to you. You take it. It tastes of summer. It tastes of sunlight and water. He closes his eyes and leans his head back, letting the sun warm his face. He is not thinking about defense. He is not thinking about free throws. He is simply asterisk being asterisk. He is a human being enjoying the gift of a summer day. You hear the sound of cicadas. Zzz. It is a constant, rhythmic buzzing that fills the air. It is the sound of the Mediterranean heat. It is a sound that induces drowsiness. It makes your eyelids heavy. Sitting there, you notice the details of his hands again. They are resting on his knees. They are relaxed. The fingers are long, graceful. These are the hands that can palm a basketball like it is a grapefruit. But right now they are still. They are hands that have carried boxes of merchandise. Hands that have carried younger brothers. Hands that have signed million-dollar contracts. But in this moment they are just hands, resting in the sun. The afternoon wears on. The light changes, softening, becoming golden again. The sea turns a darker shade of blue. A boat moves slowly across the horizon, a tiny white speck leaving a faint wake. Giannis watches it. He breathes in the salt air. He is recharging. He is gathering strength from the earth, from the sea, from the sky. This connection to nature, to the simple elements of life, is what keeps him grounded. It is the counterweight to the high-flying life of an NBA superstar. Let the island fade now. The sound of the cicadas drifts away. The blue sea dissolves into a soft, gray mist. We are moving again. We are drifting back to the world of routine, of discipline, of the craft. It is early morning in a gym, not the high-tech facility in Milwaukee and not the outdoor court in Sepolia. This is a private gym, somewhere quiet. It is just Giannis and a trainer. The room is silent except for the sounds of work. Let us focus on the sounds. Close your eyes and listen. Squeak, the rubber sole of a shoe gripping the polished wood. Thud, the heavy sound of a medicine ball hitting the wall. Hiss, the sharp exhale of breath with every exertion. Giannis is working on his flexibility. He is on a mat. He stretches his long legs. He reaches for his toes. He holds the position. The trainer counts softly. 1, 2, 3, 4. The voice is calm, rhythmic. He moves to a balance beam. He stands on one leg. His eyes are closed. He is finding his center of gravity. His ankle wobbles slightly, correcting, stabilizing. The muscles in his calf ripple. He is teaching his body to be a rock. He picks up a basketball, but he does not shoot. He holds it. He feels the texture. The small bumps on the leather, the seams. He closes his eyes and visualizes the ball going into the hoop. He visualizes it over and over again. The arc, the rotation, the sound, swish. He is building a mental library of success. He is programming his mind. You watch him, you see the sweat dripping from his nose. Drip, it hits the floor. Drip, it is a slow, steady cadence. It is the physical manifestation of his effort. He moves to the free throw line. This has been his struggle. The line where the game stops and everyone watches. He stands there. He bounces the ball. He takes a deep breath. He bends his knees. He lifts. He releases. The ball hits the rim. Clank, it bounces out. He does not frown. He does not get angry. He simply holds out his hand for the next ball. He bounces, bends, lifts, releases. Swish. He does it again, and again, and again. 10 times, 20 times, 50 times. It becomes a meditation. The world narrows down to the rim and the ball. Everything else falls away. The critics, the fans, the pressure, it all disappears. There is only the rhythm. Bounce, breath, shot. Bounce, breath, shot. You find yourself breathing in time with him. You inhale when he bends. You exhale when he shoots. You are connected to the rhythm of his work. It is hypnotic. It is soothing. It reminds you that progress is slow. Progress is repetitive. Progress is quiet. He stops. He wipes his face with his jersey. He walks over to a bench and sits down. He drinks water. He looks at his phone. A picture of his son is on the screen. He smiles. The work is done for the morning. The gym lights dim. The scene fades. We are leaving the sweat and the squeaking shoes behind. We are moving to a softer place. Let us explore the quiet side of his heart, the side that the cameras rarely see, the giving. Imagine a warehouse. It is cool and dimly lit. Rows and rows of shelves are stacked with boxes, boxes of food, boxes of clothes, boxes of diapers. Giannis is there. He is wearing a hoodie, the hood pulled up. He is not there for a photo op. He is there to work. He picks up a box. It is heavy. He carries it to a truck. He walks back. He picks up another. He is working alongside volunteers. They are packing food for families in need, for families like his own family used to be. He moves with efficiency. He does not speak much. He just works. He knows the weight of a box of food. He knows what it means to a mother, to a father. He knows that inside that box is not just pasta and sauce, but hope. Inside that box is a night without worry. You watch him place a box gently into a car. The driver, a woman who looks tired, looks up at him. Her eyes go wide. She recognizes him. She starts to cry. He leans in. He touches her hand. "It's okay," he says softly. "It's okay." He does not give her a sermon. He does not give her an autograph. He gives her a moment of dignity. He gives her a connection. He steps back. The car drives away. He turns back to the warehouse, back to the boxes. There are more to load. You feel a warmth spreading in your chest as you watch this. It is the warmth of compassion. It is the realization that the greatest strength is used to lift others up. The warehouse fades. The truck drives away into the mist. We are back in the library. The room is so quiet now. The shadows have stopped moving. The air is still. Let us turn the page one more time. Let us look at the legacy that is being built, not in trophies, but in the next generation. We are back in a gymnasium, but this time Giannis is not the one playing. He is sitting on the sidelines. He is holding a clipboard. On the court there are children, boys and girls. They are wearing oversized jerseys. They are running, tripping, laughing. Giannis is running a camp, the Antetokounmpo Academy. He blows a whistle, tweet, softly. The children stop. They look at him with wide, adoring eyes. To them, he is a giant. He is a superhero. He walks onto the court. He kneels down. "Okay," he says, "who can show me a defensive stance?" A little girl, maybe 7 years old, bends her knees and puts her arms out. She looks fierce. Giannis smiles. "Perfect," he says. "You are a champion." He stands up. He picks up a ball. He shows them how to pass. "Share the ball," he says. "Trust your teammate." He is teaching them basketball, yes, but he is teaching them the lessons of Sepolia. He is teaching them that they are not alone. He is teaching them that if one falls, the other helps them up. You watch him interacting with a young boy who is struggling. The boy keeps missing the basket. He looks like he wants to cry. Giannis walks over. He puts his hand on the boy's head. His hand covers the boy's entire head like a cap. "Hey," he whispers, "it's okay. I missed a lot of shots too. Millions of shots, just keep shooting." The boy looks up. "Really?" "Really," Giannis says. "Try again." The boy shoots. He misses. "Again," Giannis says gently. The boy shoots. He misses. "Again." The boy shoots. The ball goes in. Giannis cheers. He claps his hands. He lifts the boy up in the air. The boy is beaming. He is glowing. This is the true trophy. This smile on a child's face. This seed of confidence planted in a young heart. The camp ends. The parents come. The children leave, clutching their signed balls, their eyes bright with dreams. Giannis stays behind. He helps pick up the cones. He helps gather the balls. He sweeps the floor. He is the MVP. He is the champion, and he is sweeping the floor. Because the floor is where it starts. The floor is the foundation, and you never disrespect the foundation. The scene dissolves. The laughter of the children fades into a pleasant memory. You are back in the velvet chair. You are feeling very sleepy now. The stories are blending together. The boy in Sepolia, the man in Milwaukee, the father, the brother, the teacher. They are all the same person. They are all facets of the same diamond. Let your mind drift to the concept of asterisk home. What is home? For Giannis, home was a small apartment with 4 brothers in one room. Home was a gym with a leaky roof. Home was a bus stop in the rain. Home is Milwaukee, with its cold winters and warm hearts. Home is Greece, with its blue sea and ancient stones. Home is not a place. It is a feeling. It is the feeling of being safe. It is the feeling of being loved. And right now, in this library, in this chair, you are home. You are safe. You are loved. Let us visualize the family gathering one more time. It is a holiday, Christmas perhaps, or Easter. The table is set. It is a long table. Everyone is there. Veronica, the mother, Thanasis, Costas, Alex, Francis, the wives, the girlfriends, the children, Liam and the new Bobbies. The house is full of noise, but it is a happy noise, the clinking of forks on plates, the sound of glasses being raised, yamas, cheers. There is food everywhere. Roasted lamb, potatoes with lemon, salad with feta, warm bread. Giannis sits at the head of the table. He looks down the line. He looks at each face. He feels a profound sense of peace. He has fulfilled his promise. He has taken care of them. He takes a sip of wine. He leans back. He listens to the laughter of his brothers. It is the best sound in the world, better than the roar of the crowd, better than the buzzer. He closes his eyes for a moment at the table. He sends a silent message to his father. We are okay, Baba. We are happy. You are a guest at this table. You are sitting quietly at the end, watching. You feel the warmth of the room. You smell the delicious food. You feel the love that radiates from this family. It wraps around you like a soft blanket. It makes you feel heavy and warm. The dinner winds down. The family moves to the living room. Someone starts playing music, a soft, traditional Greek song, a bouzouki playing a melancholic but sweet melody. The brothers stand up. They put their arms around each other's shoulders. They begin to dance, a slow, circular dance. Step, cross, step. Step, cross, step. They move as one organism. They smile at each other. Giannis is in the middle. He is smiling. The room spins slowly. The music plays on. It is a lullaby for the soul. The image of the dancing brothers begins to fade. It becomes transparent, shimmering like a reflection in water. The music softens, becoming a distant hum. The light in the room dims until it is just a soft, golden glow. You are back in the library. The book is closed on your lap. The candle is almost gone. The flame is a tiny blue dot. You are so tired, so pleasantly, wonderfully tired. Your body is sinking into the chair. Your muscles are completely relaxed. Your mind is clear and calm. The journey of Giannis Antetokounmpo is a river that flows on. It continues tomorrow, and the day after. But for tonight, the river has reached a quiet pool. The water is still. The stars are reflected on the surface. You can rest here, by the pool of still water. You can sleep here. Imagine a single basketball lying in the grass near the pool. It is resting too. The game is over. The work is done. The night sky above you is vast and dark, filled with millions of stars. Each star is a dream. Each star is a hope. You look up at them. You feel small but connected to everything. Drift. Float. Sink. The silence of the library wraps around you. It is a protective silence. A silence that keeps the world at bay. You take one last deep breath. In, filling your lungs with peace. Out, releasing all the remaining tension. Your eyes are heavy, they want to close. Let them close. Let the darkness come. It is a friendly darkness. A velvet darkness. Sleep is waiting for you. Like a warm bed. Like a soft shoe. Like a brother's hug. Drift into the story. Drift into the peace. Drift into the slumber. You are safe. You are warm. You are asleep. The silence of the library is deep and enveloping, a soft, heavy blanket that rests over your shoulders. You are safe here, nestled in the comfort of the velvet chair, drifting on the edge of a pleasant slumber. But the story of a life is vast, a tapestry woven with thousands of threads, and there are still textures to feel, still quiet corners to explore. So let us not wake fully. Let us simply shift our gaze, like turning in sleep to find a cooler spot on the pillow. Let us drift into the hidden hours, the spaces between the games, where the true work of restoration takes place. Imagine a room filled with water. It is a pool, but not for swimming laps. It is a sanctuary of healing. The light here is dim, a soothing aquatic blue reflecting off the tiled walls. The air is warm and humid, carrying the scent of chlorine and clean linen. You are standing at the edge of the water. It is perfectly still, a mirror of tranquility. Giannis is here. He is moving slowly, submerged to his chest. The water supports his weight, lifting the burden from his joints, from the knees that have jumped thousands of times, from the ankles that have cut and pivoted on hardwood floors. He moves with a slow, deliberate grace, walking against the resistance of the water. Swish, swish. The sound is soft, a rhythmic splashing that echoes gently in the tiled room. He stops at the wall. He closes his eyes. He leans back, letting his head rest on the edge. He floats, his long arms spread out, weightless. In this suspension, he is not a MVP. He is not a celebrity. He is simply a body seeking balance. You watch the rise and fall of his chest. Inhale, exhale. The water ripples out from him in concentric circles, tiny waves that lap against the sides of the pool. This is the ritual of recovery. It is a practice of patience. It is the understanding that to expend energy, one must also gather it. You feel a sense of calm wash over you, as if the warm water is wrapping around your own limbs, soothing your own tired muscles. You feel lighter. You feel held. The scene shifts gently. The blue light fades into a softer, golden hue. We are in a different room now. A massage room. The air smells of eucalyptus and lavender, scents that trigger an instinctual release of tension. The only sound is the low hum of a machine, perhaps a compressor for compression boots, a rhythmic hiss sigh asterisk that sounds like a mechanical lullaby. Giannis is lying on a table. He is draped in towels. His eyes are closed. A therapist is working on his legs. The pressure is firm, kneading out the knots, the accumulated stress of the miles run. He does not speak. He is in a state of deep surrender. He trusts the hands that work on him. He knows that his body is his instrument, his vessel, and he treats it with reverence. You are sitting in a comfortable chair in the corner of this quiet room. The atmosphere is drowsy. The rhythmic kneading, the scent of lavender, the low hum, it all combines to pull you deeper into relaxation. You watch his face. It is smoothed of all expression. The intensity of the game face is gone. There is only peace. A boy from Sepolia who learned that to keep going, you must sometimes stop. Let us drift now to a different kind of connection. A connection forged not in blood but in shared battles. Let us speak of friendship. Let us speak of loyalty. Imagine a locker room. It is empty of the other players. Just two men remain, Giannis and Katris. Kosh. They are sitting at their lockers, side by side. They have been together for a long time. They were there when the team was winning 15 games. They were there when the arena was half empty. They have grown up together, two saplings planted in the same soil, their roots entangled over the years. They are not talking. They don't need to. There is a comfortable silence between them, the kind of silence that only exists between people who know each other's souls. Giannis is cutting tape off his ankles. Snip, snip. Katris is looking at a stat sheet, but his eyes are distant. They share a look, a nod. It says everything. It says, we are still here. It says, we built this. It is a quiet pride, a loyalty that has weathered trade rumors, injuries, and defeats. In a world that is constantly changing, constantly moving, this bond is a fixed point, a lighthouse in the storm. You feel the strength of this bond. It is not loud or flashy. It is steady. It is the feeling of knowing that if you fall, someone is already there to catch you. It is the feeling of walking into a room and knowing you belong. Now let the locker room fade. The metal lockers dissolve into soft, wooden furniture. The harsh fluorescent lights dim into the warm glow of a nursery lamp. We are entering the most sacred space of all, the space of fatherhood. It is the middle of the night. The world outside is asleep. The moon casts a pale rectangle of light onto the carpet. In the center of the room there is a crib, and standing over it is the giant. Giannis is holding a baby. His son. The contrast is staggering. His hands, which can crush a rim, are cupped with infinite tenderness around the small, fragile bundle. His arms, massive and sculpted, form a cradle of absolute safety. He is swaying, back and forth, a pendulum of love. He is humming, a low, rumbling sound deep in his chest. It vibrates through him and into the child. Hum, hum. It is a sound older than language. It is the sound of a parent soothing a child. The baby stirs. A tiny hand reaches up and grasps Giannis's finger. The finger is as thick as the baby's arm. Giannis looks down. His face is illuminated by the soft light of the nightlight. His eyes are filled with a wonder that surpasses anything he has ever felt on a basketball court. This is his legacy. This is his why. He whispers to the baby, in Greek, Agapimou, my love, Cardiamou, my heart. He tells the baby about the world. He tells him about the stars. He tells him about the ocean. He tells him that he will always be safe. I will carry you, he whispers. I will carry you like I carried the boxes, like I carried the flag. I will carry you. You are watching this from the doorway. You feel a lump in your throat. It is a beautiful, quiet intimacy. The silence of the house wraps around them, protecting this moment. You feel the profound peace of a sleeping child and a watchful father. It is a peace that seeps into your own bones. He places the baby back in the crib. He adjusts the blanket. He stands there for a moment longer, just watching the rise and fall of the tiny chest. He is a guardian, a sentinel. He turns and walks softly out of the room, his footsteps silent on the carpet. Let us follow him now on a journey not of spirit but of miles. The life of an athlete is a life of travel, a life of motion. Imagine you are on a bus. It is late at night. The team has just played a game in a distant city. They are driving to the airport. The bus is dark. The players are tired. Most are wearing headphones, lost in their own worlds. Giannis is sitting in the back. He has two seats to himself. He is stretched out, his long legs extending into the aisle. He is looking out the window. The world rushes by, streetlights, dark trees, lonely gas stations, the rhythm of the road, hum, the tires on the asphalt. He watches the rain streak against the glass. The droplets race each other, merging and separating. He finds patterns in the chaos. He thinks about the game just played, a missed assignment, a good pass. He replays it in his mind, filing it away. Learning, always learning. The bus arrives at the tarmac. The plane is waiting, a white bird in the darkness. They board. The routine is familiar, the same seats, the same flight attendants. Hello, Giannis. Hello. He sits down, he buckles the belt, the engines roar to life. The plane taxis, it accelerates. The force presses him back into the seat. He closes his eyes, he feels the lift. The moment gravity releases its hold, they are airborne. The cabin lights are dimmed. The hum of the engines becomes a steady drone. White noise, perfect for sleeping. Giannis reclines his seat. He pulls a blanket up to his chin. He puts on an eye mask. He drifts. You are drifting with him. You are floating in the sky, 30,000 feet above the earth. Below you, the cities are patches of glowing embers. The highways are ribbons of light. The world is vast and beautiful from up here. There is a sense of detachment. The problems of the ground seem small. The worries of the day seem insignificant. There is only the flight, the smooth passage through the night. Giannis dreams. He dreams of Nigeria, the land of his parents. He sees the red earth. He sees the vibrant markets. He hears the drums. He feels a connection to a place he is just beginning to know, a route that goes deep. He dreams of Greece, the blue water, the white stone, the taste of feta and olives. He dreams of Milwaukee, the snow, the warmth of the fire, the cheers of the crowd. He is a citizen of the world, a traveler between cultures, but in the air, in the quiet of the plane, he is just a man resting. The flight attendant walks down the aisle. She checks the passengers. She sees him sleeping. She smiles. She places a bottle of water gently on his tray table. He does not stir. He is deep in the delta of sleep. The plane begins its descent. The change in pressure is subtle, a slight popping in the ears. The engines change pitch. The lights of the destination city appear. They land, the gentle bump of the wheels, the reverse thrust, the slowing down. They have arrived. Another city, another hotel, another game. But for now, there is only the hotel. Imagine the lobby. It is late. The marble floors shine under the chandeliers. It is quiet. The receptionist speaks in a hushed tone. Keys are distributed. Giannis takes his key. He walks to the elevator. He rides up. The numbers change. 1, 2, 10, 15. He walks down the long hallway. The carpet is thick, muffling his steps. He finds his door. Click, the green light. He enters the room. It is cool and dark. He drops his bag. He does not turn on the lights. He walks to the window. He pulls back the curtain. He looks out at a new skyline. Chicago, Boston, Miami. It doesn't matter. The view is always a reminder of how far he has come. He sees a basketball court down below in a park, illuminated by a single light. It is empty. He smiles. He touches the glass. "Good night," he whispers to the court. "I will see you tomorrow." He turns away. He strips off his travel clothes. He showers. The hot water washes away the travel, the fatigue. He puts on clean clothes. He climbs into the bed. The sheets are crisp and cold. He sinks into the mattress. He is asleep in moments. And you, watching from the velvet chair in the library, you feel the comfort of that hotel bed. You feel the crisp sheets. You feel the relief of arrival. The candle in the library is burning low again. The shadows are long and soft. You are part of this journey. You are traveling with him, but you are also resting with him. Let us pause here in the quiet hotel room. Let the only sound be the distant hum of the city outside and the slow, steady breathing of the sleeper. There is a peace in the routine. There is a comfort in the cycle. Game, travel, rest, repeat. It is a discipline. It is a life. We will leave him here for now, sleeping peacefully in a high-rise tower, a king resting before his next battle. The night is long. The dream is sweet. Rest. Drift. Sleep. You are still resting in the quiet sanctuary of the hotel room, suspended high above a sleeping city. The darkness outside is complete. a velvet curtain drawn against the world. But as we know, the night is not a permanent state. It is merely a pause, a breath between the verses of a long and beautiful song. So, let us gently lift the needle from the record of that night and place it further along the groove. Let us travel forward in time, leaving the solitary quiet of the road for a different kind of noise, a joyful, chaotic, vibrant noise that fills the heart. We are moving into the years of expansion, the years where the roots of the tree, having found deep water, begin to push up a canopy that spreads wider and wider. We are moving into the time when the house in Milwaukee becomes not just a shelter, but a kingdom of childhood. Imagine a morning in the Antetokounmpo household. It is 2023. The sun is streaming through the large windows, casting long rectangles of light onto the hardwood floors. Dust motes dance in the beams, swirling in the currents of air. The house is awake. You are sitting in a comfortable armchair in the corner of the living room, watching the scene unfold. It is a scene of beautiful commotion. There are toys scattered on the rug, colorful blocks, miniature basketball hoops, stuffed animals. It is the landscape of play. Giannis is there. He is on the floor. The giant who dominates the paint, who strikes fear into the hearts of defenders, is lying on his back, covered in pillows. He is a mountain being climbed by explorers. His sons, Liam and Maverick, are scrambling over him. They are laughing, that high-pitched, uninhibited laughter of children who know they are safe. "Attack the mountain," one of them shouts. Giannis groans playfully, a low rumble like a sleeping bear. He grabs them with his massive hands, ticking them gently. The room fills with shriek of joy. You notice the change in him. The intensity of the court is replaced by a profound softness. His eyes, usually sharp and scanning for the open man, are crinkled with amusement. He is fully present. He is not checking his phone. He is not thinking about the next opponent. He is right here in the fortress of pillows, being a father. And then there is a new sound, a softer sound, the cry of a baby. Mariah enters the room holding a bundle. It is their daughter, Eva. The dynamic shifts. The boys quiet down, sensing the presence of something fragile. Giannis sits up. He reaches out his arms. Mariah passes the baby to him. Watch his hands again. We have watched them dribble, shoot, and block. Now watch them hold. One hand supports the head, the thumb stroking the soft cheek. The other supports the body. He looks down at her with a look of awe, a daughter, a new dimension of love. He whispers to her, "Eva Brooke, my little princess." She looks up at him with wide, unfocused eyes. She grasps his finger. The connection is instant. It is a tether of light connecting their souls. You feel the warmth of this room. It is a physical sensation. It is the warmth of a hearth fire, steady and enduring. This is the fuel that powers the engine. When the road is long, when the losses sting, when the body aches, this is the memory he returns to. The pile of pillows, the laughter, the weight of his children in his arms. Let the scene dissolve slowly, the laughter fading into a gentle echo. We are going to travel again. But this time, we are not going to an arena. We are not going to a city of concrete and glass. We are going on a journey of discovery, a pilgrimage to the source. The year is 2023. It is summer. We are getting on a plane, but we are flying further than usual. We are crossing the Mediterranean. We are crossing the Sahara. We are going to Nigeria. For 30 years, Nigeria was a story told to Giannis by his parents. It was a land of words, of smells described in the kitchen, of music played on old cassettes. It was the place where his name came from, Antetokounmpo. The crown has returned from overseas. But he had never walked on its soil. He had never breathed its air. Until now. Imagine the moment the plane door opens in Lagos. The heat hits you first. It is different from the dry heat of Athens or the humid heat of Milwaukee. It is a heavy, tropical heat. It smells of earth, of rain, of spices, of millions of people living and striving. Giannis steps onto the tarmac. He takes a deep breath. He is home. In a place he has never been, he is home. You walk with him through the streets. It is a sensory overload. The colors are vibrant, bright yellows, deep reds, emerald greens. The fabrics worn by the people are like moving paintings. The sounds are a symphony of life. Car horns, vendors shouting, the rhythmic beat of Afrobeats blasting from speakers, the laughter of children. He walks through the market. He is a giant here too, but he does not feel like a stranger. He looks at the faces of the people. He sees his father's eyes. He sees his mother's smile. He sees his own reflection in the faces of the men selling fruit, in the boys playing soccer in the dust. He visits a court. Of course, he visits a court. It is rough. The hoops are bent. The nets are torn, but the passion is the same. He steps onto the court. The children swarm him. They know who he is. To them, he is not just a basketball player. He is a symbol. He is proof that a boy from this soil can touch the sky. He plays with them. He is barefoot. He laughs. He tries to learn the local dances. He moves his hips trying to catch the rhythm of the drums that are beating nearby. Doom-da-da-doom, doom-da-da-doom. The rhythm enters his body. It unlocks something in his hips, in his spine. It is the rhythm of his ancestors. He visits the village of his father. The pace slows down here. The noise of the city fades into the sound of wind in the palm trees and the distant crow of a rooster. He meets his relatives, aunts, uncles, cousins he has only spoken to on the phone. They touch his face. They hug him. They cook for him. Jollof rice, fufu, egusi soup. The tastes are explosive, spicy, comforting. He eats with his hands, sharing the bowl. He sits with the elders. They tell him stories about his father, Charles, stories he has never heard. They tell him about the man Charles was before he left for Greece, a strong man, a dreamer. Giannis listens. He absorbs the stories like rain falling on dry earth. He feels the empty spaces in his heart filling up. He understands now. He understands the resilience. He understands the dignity. It didn't just come from nowhere. It came from here. It came from this red earth. You are sitting in the shade of a mango tree watching him. You see a change in his posture. He stands taller, if that is possible. He looks more grounded. He has found the missing piece of his puzzle. He is not just Greek. He is not just Nigerian. He is the bridge. He is the crown that returned. The sun sets over Nigeria. It is a massive red orb sinking into the horizon, painting the sky in shades of fire and violet. The drums continue to beat, a heartbeat that connects the past to the present. Giannis stands looking at the sunset. He closes his eyes. He whispers a thank you to the land. Let the red earth fade. Let the sound of the drums soften into a gentle tapping like rain on a window pane. We are moving forward again. We are moving to a celebration, a union. The year is 2024. It is September. The light is golden. We are back in Greece, but we are not in the city of Athens. We are in the Peloponnese at Costa Navarino. It is a place of breathtaking beauty. Rolling hills covered in olive groves drop down to meet the turquoise waters of the Ionian Sea. The air smells of rosemary, sea salt, and blooming jasmine. It is time for the wedding. For years, Giannis and Mariah have been partners. They have built a life. They have raised children. But now they are gathering everyone they love to seal their bond under the Greek sky. Imagine the atmosphere. It is intimate. There are no cameras from the press, no helicopters buzzing overhead. It is a sanctuary of privacy. The first night is the white party. Everyone is dressed in white linen and silk. They look like angels walking on the earth. The fabric flows in the gentle sea breeze. Giannis is wearing a white suit, loose and comfortable. Mariah is glowing in a white dress. They are holding hands, walking through the crowd of friends and family. You are there dressed in white, holding a glass of cold nectar. You look around. You see familiar faces, teammates. Khatris is there. Jeru is there. Thanasis, Costas, Alex are there beaming. Even LeBron is there, a peer respecting a peer. But the titles don't matter tonight. Tonight they are just friends celebrating love. The music is a mix of everything. Greek island songs, Nigerian Afrobeats, American. The cultures are blending, swirling together like the wine in the glasses. You watch them dance, Giannis and Mariah. They move together with an easy familiarity. They whisper to each other and laugh. They are in their own world, surrounded by a fortress of love. The next night is the Nigerian night. The colors explode. The white linens are replaced by vibrant, patterned fabrics, Jeel headraps flowing Agbada robes. The rhythm deepens. The drums return. Giannis wears the traditional attire of his heritage. He looks regal. He dances with his mother, Veronica. She is radiant with pride. She sees her son, fully embracing all that he is. And then the ceremony. It is late afternoon. The sun is low, casting a path of diamonds on the sea. The altar is simple, framed by olive branches and white flowers. They stand there. The vows are spoken softly. Promises made not just for the cameras, but for the quiet moments. Promises to be there in the locker room after a loss. Promises to be there when the bobbies are crying at 3 a.m. Promises to carry each other. I take you. The wind carries the words out to sea. They kiss. The crowd cheers, not a stadium cheer but a human cheer, a cheer of witness. You feel a tear in your eye. It is a moment of pure goodness. In a world that can be harsh, here is a circle of light. Two people who found each other across continents, building a family, honoring their roots. The reception is a feast. Long tables set under the stars, candles flickering in glass jars. The food is endless, fresh fish, lamb, salads, fruits. The wine flows. There are speeches. Thanasi speaks. He tells stories of their childhood. He cries, everyone cries, then everyone laughs. Giannis speaks. He holds Mariah's hand. He thanks her for saving him. He thanks her for making him a man. He thanks her for giving him his children. The night goes on forever. The dancing never stops. You find a spot on a low stone wall at the edge of the party. You look up at the stars. The same stars that shone over the bus stop in Sepolia. The same stars that shine over the arena in Milwaukee. They are silent witnesses to this miraculous journey. You feel a deep sense of satisfaction. The boy who had nothing now has everything that matters. Not just the money or the fame, but the love, the community, the home. Let the music of the wedding fade into the gentle lap of waves against the shore. SHHH, SHHH, SHHH. The party is over. The guests are sleeping. The couple is at peace. We drift forward again. The year turns to 2025. Giannis is now a man of 30. In the world of basketball, this is a milestone. He is no longer the young phenomenon. He is the veteran. He is the sage. His body has changed. It is thicker, stronger, marked by the battles of 1,000 games. He moves differently now. He is more economical. He doesn't run every possession like a sprinter. He picks his spots. He controls the tempo. He has started to build things off the court too. He has become a storyteller. Imagine him in a meeting room. He is wearing a blazer over a t-shirt. He is sitting at a table with producers and writers. He is talking about improbable media. I want to tell stories, he says. Stories about the underdog, stories about people who come from nothing. He is passionate. He waves his hands. He is not just lending his name, he is lending his vision. He wants to show the world that the impossible is just a starting point. You watch him in this new arena. He is learning, he is asking questions, he is humble just as he was when he learned to play basketball. How does the camera work? How do we edit this? What is the narrative? He produces a documentary. He produces a movie. He is expanding his voice. He realizes that his physical gifts will one day fade, but his story, and the stories he lifts up, will last forever. But let us return to the court. The 2025-026 season, the present day. The Milwaukee winter is deep and cold. The snow is piled high on the sidewalks. The breath of the city hangs in the air like steam. Giannis is in the locker room. It is before a game. He is sitting in his chair. He is reading a book. He reads more now. He is calm. The young players on the team, rookies who grew up watching him on TV, look at him with awe. They watch how he ties his shoes. They watch what he eats. They wait for his words. He stands up. He gathers them. "Let's go," he says quietly. He doesn't need to scream anymore. His presence is the scream. He runs onto the court. The roar of the Pfizer Forum is a familiar blanket. He waves to the crowd. He spots his family in the stands. Mariah is there. The boys are there, bigger now. Eva is there, clapping her small hands. And there is a new baby, Arya, sleeping in Mariah's arms. 4 children, a legacy in the stands. The game begins. Watch him play now. It is a masterclass. He catches the ball at the elbow. He waits. He sees the defense shift. He sees the cutter. He passes. A perfect, crisp bounce pass. He gets the ball back. He sees a lane. He drives. It is not the reckless explosion of his youth. It is a controlled demolition. He absorbs the contact. He finishes. And one. He goes to the free throw line. He bounces the ball. He breathes. He shoots. Swish. He runs back on defense. He is talking to his teammates, directing them. Left screen, switch. He is the conductor of the orchestra. The game ends. Another win or perhaps a loss, it matters less now. The sun will rise tomorrow. The work will continue. He stays after the game. He signs autographs. He gives his shoes to a young kid wearing a Greek flag. The kid cries. Giannis smiles. He remembers. He always remembers. He drives home. The city passes by. The powering Milwaukee forward signs are visible. His foundation is at work, fixing parks, feeding families, helping mothers. He sees the impact of his life on the bricks and mortar of the city. It is a good feeling. He arrives home. The house is dark. Everyone is asleep. He walks into the kitchen. He pours a glass of water. He stands by the window, looking out at the snow-covered yard. He sees a deer walking across the lawn. A real deer. It stops. It looks at the house. Its breath mists in the cold air. Giannis watches the deer. The deer watches Giannis. A moment of stillness. Nature recognizing nature. He turns away. He walks upstairs. He checks on the children. He walks into the boys' room. They are asleep, tangled in their blankets. He gently pulls the cover up over Liam. He smooths Maverick's hair. He walks into the girls' room. Eva is sleeping with a stuffed rabbit. Arya is in her crib, a tiny miracle of breath and peace. He stands there for a long time, just listening to the rhythm of their sleep. This is the championship. This is the trophy. He goes to his own room. Mariah is asleep. He moves quietly. He takes off his clothes. He puts on his pajamas. He climbs into bed. The sheets are warm. He lies on his back. He closes his eyes. He thinks about the journey. The street in Sepolia. The shared shoes. The draft night. The first dunk. The father's death. The championship. The birth of his sons. The soil of Nigeria. The wedding in the olive grove. The birth of his daughters. It is a tapestry of grace. He feels a deep, abiding gratitude. He whispers a prayer. Thank you. And now the story catches up to the present moment, the very second you are listening to this. Giannis is sleeping in a house in Milwaukee. The snow is falling outside. The world is turning. You are safe in the library. The fire is just a glow now. The candle has burned out, leaving a faint, pleasant scent of smoke. The room is filled with shadows, but they are friendly shadows. They are the shadows of stories told and stories yet to be written. You feel the weight of the book in your lap. You close it gently. The cover is smooth under your fingers. You place it on the table. You lean back. Your eyes are so heavy. Your body is sinking into the velvet. Imagine that you are floating on a cloud, a soft white cloud. It is lifting you up. Drifting. Floating. You are drifting over the ocean. You are drifting over the mountains. You are drifting over the snow. There is nothing you need to do. There is nowhere you need to be. Everything is taken care of. The hero is resting. The family is safe. The legacy is secure. You can let go now. Let go of the day. Let go of the thoughts. Let go of the tension. Just breathe. In peace. Out rest. In stillness. Out silence. The library fades. The world fades. There is only the dark, warm, velvety night. Sleep. 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 Good night. You are drifting in the soft, nebulous space between dreams, where time flows like honey, slow, golden, and sweet. The library around you is still, but in your mind the story continues to turn its pages, revealing the quiet, intricate details that make up the tapestry of a life. We have seen the grand moments, the trophies lifted high under the roar of thousands. But a life is not lived only on the mountain peaks. It is lived in the valleys, in the quiet workshops of creation, in the laughter shared over a simple meal. So let us drift now into one of those workshops. Let us witness the transformation of a memory into something tangible. Imagine you are in a brightly lit room. It is not an arena but a studio. The walls are covered in sketches, drawings of shapes, of lines, of textures. The air smells of new rubber, of adhesive, of fresh fabric. It is a clean, chemical scent, but it is also the scent of possibility. You are at the headquarters of a shoe company, perhaps in Oregon, surrounded by the towering fir trees that whisper in the wind outside. Giannis is sitting at a large, white table. He is surrounded by designers. They are holding tablets and color swatches. They are talking about energy return and traction patterns. But Giannis is looking at something else. He is holding a prototype of a shoe in his hands. It is the Zoom Freak, his shoe. Think back to the boy in Sepolia who shared one pair of shoes with his brother. The boy who had to wait for Thanasis to finish a game so he could take the shoes, warm, damp, worn, and lace them onto his own feet. The boy who taped up the holes in his soles. Now he holds a shoe that bears his name. Watch his fingers as they trace the lines of the shoe. He is not just looking at the aesthetics. He is reading the story written into the rubber. He turns the shoe over. He looks at the sole. Here, he says softly, pointing to a spot on the heel. Put the names here. He lists them: Charles, Veronica, Francis, Thanasis, Costas, Alex. He wants his family to be the foundation. He wants to walk on their names. He wants to jump off their support. Every time he lands on them. Every time he rises, they lift him. He looks at the side of the shoe, and here, he says, put the phrase, "I am my father's legacy." He runs his thumb over the spot where the words will be engraved. It is a mantra, a prayer, a reminder that he does not run alone. You watch him pick up a color swatch. It is a deep, rich green. Like the trees in Milwaukee, he says. Then he picks up a swatch of blue, like the sea in Greece. He brings them together, two worlds stitched into one piece of fabric. He smiles. He remembers the feeling of the first time he put on a pair of new shoes. The bounce, the grip, the feeling of flight. He wants every kid who puts on this shoe to feel that. He wants them to feel like they can fly, even if they are starting from the concrete. The meeting ends. The designers nod. They have their marching orders. Giannis stands up. He leaves the room, walking with that loose, loping stride. He leaves behind a blueprint not just for a shoe, but for a vessel of hope. Let the studio fade. The smell of rubber dissolves into the aroma of something far more comforting. The smell of roasting chicken, of lemon, of oregano, of garlic. We are back in the kitchen. Not the small kitchen in Sepolia, but the spacious, marble-countered kitchen in River Hills, Wisconsin. It is Sunday. The Antetokounmpos are gathering. You are sitting on a stool at the island, invisible, watching the chaos. It is a happy chaos. Thanasis is there, loud and energetic, telling a story with his whole body. Costas is laughing, a deep, resonant laugh. Alex is teasing them both. They are cooking, or rather they are supervising the cooking while their mother, Veronica, moves around them like a general. She swats their hands away when they try to steal a taste. Paramine, she scolds lovingly. Wait. Giannis is in the middle of it. He is cutting a loaf of bread. A simple task, but he does it with focus. He slices the crusty bread, the crumbs falling onto the board. He picks up a piece, dips it in olive oil and pops it into his mouth. He closes his eyes. The taste of olive oil. It is the taste of the sun. It is the liquid gold of their homeland. It transports them back instantly. They move to the dining table. It is a massive slab of wood, solid enough to withstand the elbows of 4 giants. They sit down. The chairs scrape against the floor. For the next hour there is no NBA. There are no contracts. There are no stats. There is only the family. They speak in a rapid-fire mix of Greek and English. They joke about each other's haircuts. They reminisce about the time Alex fell off his bike. They argue about who is the best FIFA player. You watch Giannis. He is eating, yes, he needs the calories, but he is feeding his soul more than his body. He looks at Thanasis. He remembers the nights Thanasis held him when he was scared. He looks at Costas and Alex. He remembers changing their diapers. He feels a fierce protectiveness. He is the patriarch now in his father's absence, but here at this table he is just a brother. He can let his guard down. He can be silly. He can make a bad joke and get roasted by his siblings. Giannis, that was terrible, Alex says, throwing a napkin at him. Giannis laughs. He throws the napkin back. This laughter is the music of his life. It is the sound that keeps the pressure at bay. It is the sound of normalcy in a life that is anything but normal. The meal ends. The plates are cleared. The brothers move to the living room. They sprawl on the giant sofas. They turn on the TV. They watch a game, not to study it, but to enjoy it. They cheer. They critique. They are fans again. Let the laughter of the brothers fade into a gentle hum. We are moving now into the quiet discipline of the body, the temple that houses the talent. It is early morning again. The house is silent. Giannis is in the kitchen. He is alone. He is making a smoothie. Listen to the sounds. The zip of a bag opening. The asterisk thud of frozen berries hitting the blender jar. The asterisk splash asterisk of almond milk. The asterisk scoop of protein powder. He adds spinach, a lot of spinach. He adds a banana. He adds a spoonful of peanut butter. He puts the lid on. He presses the button. Whirr. The noise fills the quiet kitchen. He watches the ingredients blend together, turning into a thick purple vortex. He pours it into a tall glass. He drinks it. He does not drink it quickly. He drinks it methodically. He knows that this is fuel. This is what allows him to jump. This is what allows him to run for 48 minutes. He respects the fuel. He finishes the glass. He rinses it in the sink. The water runs clear. He walks to the garage. He gets into his car. He drives to the facility. We have seen the practice, but let us look at the maintenance. The unglamorous, quiet work of keeping the machine running. Imagine a room with low lights. Giannis is lying on a yoga mat. He is holding a foam roller. He begins to roll out his quads. Roll, wince, roll, wince. It is painful. The fascia is tight. The muscles are dense, but he does it. He moves to his back. He rolls out his spine. Pop, pop, a release of tension. He stretches his hamstrings. He reaches for his toes. His long arms extend past his feet. He holds the stretch. He breathes. In 2, 3, 4. Out 2, 3, 4. He is listening to his body. He is scanning it for tightness, for weakness. How is the left knee today? How is the right ankle? He is in a constant dialogue with his own physiology. This is the hidden cost of greatness. The hours spent on the floor, rolling, stretching, icing. The refusal to let the body stiffen. The commitment to elasticity. He moves to a table. A trainer comes over. They attach sensors to his chest. They are measuring his heart rate variability. They are measuring his recovery. He lies there still as a statue. The machine beeps softly, beep, beep, beep. He closes his eyes. He visualizes his heart pumping blood to his extremities. He visualizes the oxygen repairing the microtears in his muscles. He is an active participant in his own healing. The session ends. He stands up, he feels loose, he feels ready. He walks out of the room, moving with that fluid, predatory grace that is his signature. Let us follow him now to a different kind of study, the study of the mind. It is late at night. The house is asleep. Giannis is in his home office. It is a small room lined with memorabilia, a framed jersey, a game ball, a photo of his father. He is sitting at a desk. A laptop is open. The screen glows blue in the dark room. He is watching film. But he is not watching himself. He is watching the ghosts of the game. He types a name, Hakeem Olajuwon. The screen flickers. Grainy footage from the 90s appears. The dreams shake. Giannis leans in. He slows the video down. He watches the footwork. Left foot pivot, shoulder fake spin, fade away. He watches it 10 times, 20 times. He stands up. He moves the chair. He tries the move in his socks on the carpet. Pivot, fake spin. No, he whispers, balance is wrong. He sits back down. He watches again. The knee is bent more. He stands up. He tries again. Pivot, fake spin. Better. He sits back down. He types another name, Kevin Garnett. He watches the intensity, the defense, the way Garnett talks to his teammates, the way he anchors the paint. Giannis absorbs the energy. He drinks from the well of history. He knows that he is standing on the shoulders of these giants. He honors them by studying them. He wants to take a piece of their game and weave it into his own tapestry. He types one more name, Kobe Bryant. He watches an interview. Kobe is talking about the Mamba mentality, about the obsession, about the refusal to accept mediocrity. Giannis nods. He feels a kinship. He remembers the challenge Kobe gave him on Twitter years ago, MVP, and then championship. He met those challenges, but the voice of Kobe still drives him. More, it whispers, be better. He closes the laptop. The blue light vanishes. The room is dark again. He sits there for a moment in the silence. He feels the weight of the responsibility. To be great is a burden, but it is a burden he carries with joy. He stands up. He stretches his arms over his head, his fingertips almost touching the ceiling. He walks out of the office, leaving the ghosts to rest in the digital archives. Let us drift now to a place of innocence, a place where the only stat that matters is a smile. We are going to a school in Milwaukee, a public school in a neighborhood that looks a little like Sepolia. It is a surprise visit, no press, just Giannis. He walks into the gymnasium. The kids are playing dodgeball. They are screaming, running, throwing soft red balls. The door opens. The giant walks in. The gym goes silent. The red balls drop to the floor. The kids stare, their mouths open. Hello, Giannis says. He waves. And then pandemonium. They run to him. They surround him. It is a sea of small hands reaching up. He high-fives them. He doesn't just tap their hands. He looks them in the eye. What's your name? How are you doing in school? He sees a boy sitting on the bleachers alone. The boy is wearing worn-out shoes. Giannis walks over to him. He sits down next to him. The bench creaks under his weight. What's up, my man? He asks. The boy shrugs. He looks down at his shoes. Giannis looks at the shoes too. He recognizes the look. He knows the shame of the hole in the sole. "I like your shoes," Giannis says. The boy looks up surprised. "Really?" "Yeah, they look like working shoes. Shoes that work hard." Giannis takes off his own shoes. His massive, size 16 Zoom freaks. He signs them with a marker he pulls from his pocket. "Here," he says, "trade." The boy's eyes go wide. "For real?" "For real." The boy takes the shoes. They are comically large. They are like boats, but the boy holds them like they are made of solid gold. "Thank you," he whispers. "No," Giannis says. "Thank you, keep working hard, okay?" "Okay." Giannis walks out of the gym in his socks. He walks to his car in his socks. The snow wets his feet. He doesn't care. He feels warm inside. He drives away. He knows that he can't save everyone. He can't fix every hole in every shoe, but he can fix one, and that is enough for today. Let the image of the boy holding the shoes fade. Let us return to the rhythm of the seasons. The seasons in Milwaukee are distinct. They are chapters in the book of the year. Winter is the season of the grind, the long nights, the cold winds, the focus, the tunnel vision of the regular season. Spring is the season of hope. The snow melts, the playoffs approach, the intensity rises, the city wakes up. Summer is the season of release. The pressure lifts, the body rests, the trips to Greece, the blue water, the olive trees. Autumn is the season of preparation. The leaves turn gold, the training camp begins, the promise of a new start. We are in autumn now. The air is crisp. The smell of burning leaves is in the air. Giannis is in his backyard. He is raking leaves. Yes, the millionaire athlete is raking leaves. He finds it meditative. The repetitive motion, scrape, scrape, the pile grows. His sons are jumping into the piles. They scatter the leaves he just raked. He pretends to be angry. "Hey, who did this?" He chases them. He scoops them up and throws them into the leaves. They disappear into the crunching gold and red. They pop up, leaves in their hair, laughing. He leans on the rake. He looks at the trees. He marvels at the cycle. The leaves fall. The tree sleeps. The leaves grow again. He sees his own career in the trees. He is in his prime summer now. But he knows that autumn will come for his athleticism one day. He is not afraid of it. He is preparing for it. He is building a trunk that is strong enough to stand when the leaves are gone. The sun begins to set. The light turns orange. The air gets chilly. "Come on, boys," he says. "Time to go inside." They run to the house. He follows them, dragging the rake. He leaves the pile of leaves. It will be there tomorrow. He enters the house. The warmth hits him, the smell of dinner. He washes his hands. He sits at the table. This is the center of his universe, not the court, this table. Let us pause here at the dinner table as the evening settles in. The candles are lit. The faces of his family are glowing in the soft light. You are watching from the shadows, feeling the peace of this home. There is no noise here, no chanting crowds, no squeaking sneakers. Just the clink of silverware, the murmur of voices. "How was school?" "Good. I raked the leaves." "Good job, Baba." Simple words, ordinary words, but they are the bricks that build a life. Drift away from the table now. Let the scene recede into the distance. You are back in the library. The velvet chair holds you. You are feeling the heaviness of the story. It is a good heaviness, a grounding weight. You have seen the shoes being designed. You have seen the smoothies being made. You have seen the film being watched. You have seen the shoes being given. You have seen the leaves being raked. These are the invisible threads, the threads that hold the tapestry together. Without the smoothie, there is no dunk. Without the film, there is no defense. Without the family, there is no heart. The room is dark and quiet. You close your eyes. You can hear the wind outside the library window. It is blowing through the trees. Whoosh, whoosh. It sounds like the ocean. It sounds like the crowd. It sounds like the breath of a sleeping giant. You breathe in time with the wind. In, out. In, out. You are floating on the wind. You are drifting over the city of Milwaukee. Over the lake. Over the ocean. Over the white stones of Athens. Over the red earth of Nigeria. The world is connected. The story is one. Rest in this connection. Rest in the knowledge that the work is done for today. The shoes are by the door. The ball is in the rack. The children are asleep. You can sleep too. Let the darkness wrap you up. Let the silence fill you up. Drift. Float. Sleep. Good night. The night deepens, but it is a gentle deepening, like the slow dimming of a theater light before the final act. You are still comfortably ensconced in the library, the velvet chair holding you, the silence of the room a perfect counterpoint to the story unfolding in your mind. We have traveled through time, through continents, through the loud triumphs and the quiet struggles. Now, let us drift into the spaces where the public figure dissolves completely, leaving only the man and the elements he loves. Let us go to the water again, but not the chlorinated blue of the pool, nor the turquoise of the Aegean. Let us go to the vast, steel-gray expanse of Lake Michigan in the early morning. It is dawn. The sky is a gradient of pale pink and slate blue. The water is calm, a sheet of glass reflecting the waking sky. A small boat is bobbing gently on the surface. Giannis is there. He is wearing a thick wool sweater and a beanie pulled low over his ears. He is holding a fishing rod. He is not alone. Thanasis is there too. They are sitting in silence. Fishing is not about catching fish for them. It is about the waiting. It is about the permission to do nothing. Watch Giannis's hands. They are still. He holds the rod loosely, feeling the subtle vibrations of the line in the water. Plip. The water laps against the hull of the boat. Creak. The boat shifts its weight. He looks at the horizon. He watches the sun break the line of the water. A sliver of gold appears, painting a glittering path across the lake directly to their boat. He takes a deep breath. The air is cold and smells of fresh water and algae. It is a grounding scent. Do you remember, Thanasis whispers, breaking the silence without shattering it, when we used to fish off the rocks in Piraeus? Giannis nods, with the string and the hook, no rod. We caught nothing, Thanasis laughs softly. We caught time, Giannis says. We caught peace. They sit there for hours. The sun rises higher. The day warms up. They catch a few perch, small silver flashes in the dark water. They release them. They watch them swim away, darting back into the depths. This act of release is significant. They don't need to keep anything. They have enough. The joy is in the connection, not the possession. The boat motor hums to life. They steer back toward the marina. The city of Milwaukee rises on the shore, a silhouette of buildings against the morning light. It looks peaceful from here. A city that has embraced them, a city they have embraced back. Let the boat dock, the gentle bump against the wood, the tying of the rope, the walk back to the car. We are moving now to a different kind of quiet work, the work of legacy building, the Antetokounmpo's store. Imagine you are in the airport in Athens, the hustle and bustle of travelers, people rushing to gates, the announcements over the intercom. Ding-dong. Amidst the chaos, there is a sanctuary of calm, a store with a sleek, modern design. The name is above the door in bold letters. Giannis walks in. He is unannounced. He is wearing a mask and a hat, trying to be low-key. He walks to the shelves. He sees the t-shirts, the hoodies, the bags. They all bear his name, his brother's names. He touches the fabric. He checks the stitching. He is meticulous. He wants it to be perfect. He sees a young employee folding shirts. The employee looks tired. Giannis walks over. He starts folding too. The employee looks up, eyes go wide. SHH, Giannis puts a finger to his lips. Just working. He folds a hoodie, he smooths it out, he places it on the stack. He remembers the days of selling watches on the street, the desperation of making a sale. Now he owns the store, but the motion is the same. The respect for the goods is the same. He stays for an hour. He helps organize the stockroom. He talks to the staff. He asks them about their families. He asks them if they are happy. When he leaves, the energy in the store has changed. It is lighter. It is inspired. He has left a piece of his spirit behind. Let the airport fade. The hum of the terminal dissolves. We are back in Milwaukee. We are going to a place that is rarely seen. The war room of the Charles Antetokounmpo Family Foundation. It is a conference room with a large wooden table, but the walls are covered in photos. Photos of children, photos of community centers, photos of food drives. Giannis is sitting at the head of the table. Mariah is next to him. His mother, Veronica, is there too. They are discussing a new project, a community center in a neglected neighborhood. We need a court, Giannis says, a good court with lights. And a library, Mariah adds, books, computers. And a kitchen, Veronica says, to feed them. Giannis listens. He nods. He closes his eyes and visualizes the place. He sees the kids playing safely under the lights. He sees them reading. He sees them eating warm meals. Okay, he says, let's do it. He signs a paper. It is a check, a large check, but he signs it without hesitation. He knows that money is energy. It is meant to flow. It is meant to water the seeds of the community. You watch him in this room. He is not a basketball player here. He is a philanthropist, a builder. He is using his platform to lift others. He looks at a photo on the wall. It is a picture of his father, Charles. Charles is smiling. Giannis touches the frame. For you, Baba, he whispers. The meeting ends. The lights are turned off. The room is quiet, but the impact of the decisions made there will ripple out for years. Let us drift now to the quiet of the garden. It is late spring. The earth is waking up. The tulips are pushing through the soil. The trees are budding. Giannis is in the backyard of his River Hills home. He is wearing gardening gloves. He is kneeling in the dirt. He is planting, not basketballs but flowers. He digs a hole with a small trowel. The earth smells rich and damp. He places a bulb in the hole. He covers it up. He pats the dirt down. There is a patience in gardening that appeals to him. You cannot rush a flower. You cannot force a tree to grow. You can only provide the right conditions: water, sun, soil, and weight. He waters the patch he has just planted. The water darkens the soil. He stands up and wipes his brow. He looks at his hands. They are covered in dirt. He smiles. He likes the feeling of dirt on his hands. It reminds him that he is human. It reminds him that he comes from the earth. His children run out into the yard. Daddy, daddy. They are chasing butterflies. He watches them. He sees the pure, unadulterated joy in their movement. He joins them. He runs in slow motion, pretending to be a giant monster. I'm going to get you. They scream and scatter. He catches them and tickles them. They collapse in a heap of laughter on the soft grass. You are watching from the porch. You feel the sun on your face. You hear the birds singing in the trees. You smell the freshly turned earth. It is a perfect moment, a moment of pure presence. Let the garden fade. The laughter of the children drifts away on the breeze. We are moving to the quiet of the study. It is a rainy afternoon. The rain is beating against the window pane. Tap, tap, tap. Giannis is sitting in a leather armchair. He is reading a book. He is reading about history, about the Spartans, about the philosophers. He is fascinated by the idea of excellence, virtue. He reads a passage from Marcus Aurelius. Waste no more time arguing about what a good man should be. Be one. He closes the book. He thinks about this. Be one. He thinks about his actions. Is he kind? Is he patient? Is he generous? He is constantly evaluating himself, not just his jump shot, but his character. He picks up a journal. He writes in it. He writes down his goals, not just win a championship. He writes, be a better listener, call mom more often, learn to cook a new dish. He is architecting his soul. You watch him write. The scratch of the pen on the paper is a soothing sound. Scratch. It is the sound of introspection. The rain continues to fall. The room is cozy and dim. The lamp on the desk casts a warm pool of yellow light on the page. Let us move forward now, to the twilight of a career. We are projecting into the future. Giannis is older now. His hair has a touch of gray at the temples. His movements are slower. He is playing his final season. The farewell tour. Every arena he goes to, the crowds stand up. They cheer, they hold signs. Thank you, Giannis. Imagine a game in New York, Madison Square Garden, the Mecca. He checks out of the game for the last time. The crowd roars. It is a deafening sound, a wall of love. He waves, he touches his heart. He walks to the bench, he sits down, he puts a towel over his head. He is crying. He is remembering the boy in the suit in the hotel room in 2013, the boy who was scared, the boy who didn't know if he belonged. Now he leaves as a legend. He walks into the tunnel, the noise fades. He walks into the locker room, it is quiet. He takes off his jersey, the number 34. He folds it neatly, he places it in his bag. He looks at his shoes, he unlaces them slowly. This is the end of a chapter, but not the end of the book. He showers, he dresses, he walks out of the arena. Mariah is waiting for him, the kids are waiting. They hug him. You did good, Baba, Liam says. I'm tired, Giannis smiles. Let's go home. They drive away. The city lights of New York blur in the rearview mirror. They drive into the night. The road stretches out before them. It is a road to a new life, a life of business, a life of philanthropy, a life of fatherhood. Let the car drive away. Let the taillights disappear into the darkness. We are back in the library. The fire is out, the room is cool. But you are warm. You are wrapped in the blanket of the story. You think about the arc of this life. From the streets of Sepolia to the heights of the NBA. From poverty to abundance. From loneliness to family. It is a story of resilience, a story of hope. You close your eyes. You can see him one last time. He is back on the court in Sepolia. He is an old man now. He is shooting free throws. Thump, thump, swish. He doesn't miss. He smiles. He walks away, leaving the ball bouncing gently on the concrete. The ball comes to a rest. The silence is complete. The story is finished. The hero has returned home. You are safe. You are loved. You are at peace. Drift. Float. Sleep. Good night.